everybody, and welcome to another episode of Curse of the Torment. Tonight we're playing the modern Curses Rod, but a change transformed and playing and the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG, everything created by Marc. There's a content warning for tonight of bad topics and heavy topics, bad words, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. But with me, I have a wonderful cast of players. I got Daphne, our Malkin soldier, played by Suku, who crave violence. And welcome.
I come in peace.
Do you? Whenever have you done that? Leonard! I'm being stalked and I don't like it. Or half of a duelist, played by Pepper. Hello, welcome.
It's definitely the first time we're doing this. Hi.
Hi. Soul of the Study, our tiefling bard, played by the soul of the party, Hester. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. And then we got Styrex, our tiefling elementalist, played by Neorak, who is currently answering an email. So I'm gonna go for him.
Wait.
Okay, I didn't need to.
I was about to do it. I was about to do it.
That's
That's
amazing,
too funny.
Neo. That's amazing.
Oh wait, hold on. Did the Discord reactive images broken? That's so weird.
Oh,
It's true.
no.
Oh, they are not connected or something.
Fuck. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna restart a third time. Anyway,
A third time!
What happened last time, gang?
Yeah, last time we had a soul cutaway who was having a more chill time than us, but still a bit annoying having to walk with two people that don't really talk to him at all. And they're trying to get back to Kresk as that was what he wanted. And they found the army of undead that is like from Sardania on their way, which was very scary, obviously, since Sol had no idea what exactly they're looking for here, and I'm not even sure they can talk, but they didn't definitely talk, and Sol did his best to distract them, I guess, and move on. They don't seem to necessarily mind him, and he was able to pass further to Kresk, and there he, Nyanka was able to be very happy with being reunited with her family, and Milavoy also, I guess, somewhat happy. And I think then Sol wanted to come back to us because he wanted to warn us about the undead army, and then we saw the ghost, or like some ethereal spirit that talked to Sol and gave him a poem that somewhat clearly tells him to kill the mentor of Daphne, goddammit. And yeah, so that's that. And then Sol, for now, continued on to find us for that. And meanwhile, inside, we had to deal with Strania, which obviously was kind of impossible, but we did get to see some of her moves, which I guess is some nice information. And we were able to get Ireus to focus and gain control again over his magnificent mansion and stop it. And get us out back with his memories. Without Joseph, unfortunately, as he's part of that. And yeah, kind of where we ended. It's just a lot of talking, fighting. That's what happened. Poem.
Indeed. Thank you so much, and let's go back to where we were, shall we? Perfect. After the adrenaline wears off, there's exhaustion. Plain and simple exhaustion. It weighs and fogs your mind until there's only a single thought left. Rest. Rest in warmth. Rest in safety. Even Irius, beyond marveling at his newfound sanity, reeling from everything that has happened, mourning for those that he has lost. And there's also a simmering love and pride for Cyrex, despite that soup of profound emotions. Even Iria seems done with today. Towards that end, you look around in the cold darkness. You're back on that frozen pond, the wintry woodlands of the North Swallow Woods hugging the mountain complex of Baratok. The wagon, half frozen and submerged in the pond, is still there, with its mocking purple sigil of Duchess Nonal. Thankfully, there's no snowfall. But you're unprotected against the frozen, below -10 Celsius breeze that sweeps through the mists and over the snow to you. Everyone but Styrax inadvertently shivers, the sweat and the weariness piercing through you even to your marrow weakens your resistance to this night's cold. So, I need help, TM. Party of I need help. Prisoners, my prisoners of fog and mist. What would you like to do?
I think Daphne will just immediately get up and just... We need to find a shelter, quick. And we'll immediately look around. Yeah.
I wanna look at Styrex. We've got like a pretty serious injury. Still. Does she seem like... I assume she's just constantly like collapsing now and then? Like every 6 seconds she has to roll, so eventually she'll like now and then.
Wow.
So I'll like I'll try to like help her, because I noticed that in the fight. Just try to help her, and well, Daphne's looking out for some place to stay.
Yeah, as Starbucks, we thought of Warren, just like, but thank you, and we'll just let you help her.
Yeah, sorry for I even came to that. We should have been more spread out when we went into that fight.
That was also my fault, even knowing that.
Sorry.
Why saying sorry? It's okay.
Well, in this case, it would actually be good to say sorry. I think that's actually fair for him to do. The other times, you sometimes say sorry if it was like completely unnecessary, but I think this time it's like okay.
But it wasn't him. Was just the memories trying to refuse him.
Yeah, but in the end, he was
really
able to control it. So I think it's fair. Like, I don't think he has to necessarily do it, but I think it's fair for him to say it.
Yes, I think that there's something quite unusual that has happened. I wouldn't be able to have done this without something else's help, but I realize now that I chose to be weak when I needed to be strong. And one thing led to another, and still, I hurt you. And I'm sorry.
For pretty much the only thing I can say is that I actually understand really that feeling that even these lands makes you question your sanity and everything. And even at some point, I almost stopped using any spell in case I couldn't harm anyone. And
I
yes,
see.
with the help of others, I managed to pick it up back.
He kind of pats you on the arm and gives you this most tired and most sarcastic like smirk on his face, and he says, like adopted daughter, like adopted father. No.
Starax actually giggles. I really missed you. I'm glad that you're back.
I miss you too, Sweet Pea. I shouldn't have. Well, there's so many things I shouldn't have. I think I am done. Yes, I'm done regretting my past. We're here. There's still hope, and I'm tired as fuck. Guys, can we sit down?
Yes, let's go check if Daphne find any spot.
As much as I don't want to interrupt your emotional reunion, crying in this weather, trust me, is not the best thing that you can do.
Yep, that's true. He's like trying to suck in his own tears.
You got anything, Daphne?
Yeah, like, do I get anything, or I have to roll?
I mean, you definitely kind of find like in a smaller meadow in between some of the trees. So the trees protect you from the active breeze and also don't make you as well easy to spot. But my question is to you guys. It is pretty cold tonight, and you're very tired and exhausted. Not starting a campfire would probably be a very bad decision. And is there anything else you do to make sure you remain warm tonight?
Any sort of overhang nearby where we could like just have the fire covered from one side, so might be less visible.
You're currently further down. Well, you're not in the lowlands yet, but you have left the more mountainous and hilly areas of the Baratok mountain, and you have entered properly the Swallish Woods. I mean, maybe you can search for it, but who knows until you find it. And when I'm saying it's the middle of the night, it's like 2-3 a.m. right now.
Yeah. How far are we from like Kresk?
You're not entire. Wait, they did. No, right. Scanners did show you where on the map you were.
Yeah.
So in that sense, let's.
Half a day or something. Still a little bit more.
It did? What?
Yeah, we also got the map with everything.
I didn't have a map.
Yeah, you did.
Sadly.
Because I had it.
Oh, okay.
There's a nice point there.
Yeah. So, there, over there, you have the Werewolf Cave, and you basically started traveling back towards Kresk, and did
Yeah,
like a
then we-
detour of like an hour into the woods. So you're
Okay.
currently at basically the first tree there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the detour.
Yeah, like half a day, kind of. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
That-
you guys can walk that. Not gonna lie, easily.
So
Yes, if you want
definitely,
to have days, yeah.
definitely take out 2 shovel, throw one to Leo, and just say, "Well, better start digging." And so,
Wait, what's the plan?
we'll dig a hole in the snow for insulation, and we'll make a campfire and put our tent down there.
That's kind of the last thing I wanted to do, but fine.
It's the only thing we can.
And then I'll help.
Yeah, so absolutely, we definitely will not let the party camp in like the open, because it's gonna be very cold and they're not gonna have enough heat. So essentially, like just dig like a little trend.
Is there some like fire stuff you can do, like that can warm us?
You could. I could try one thing. I don't know if it will emit heat, but
Arius takes a step back.
Okay. I was like,
but first for try, Daphne, can you give me a dagger?
All right. Definitely take a dagger out of her 20 daggers. Give it to her.
And Styrax proceeds to take 2 steps away and cast the recent learned spell Heat Metal,
Ooh!
which I actually need to have a soul check. God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey!
Okay, I was a little bit
Hey!
scared that would on something like that. That would be.
Woo!
And firstly, Styrax will check if it actually emits heat to warm.
That it does. It's actually pretty uncomfortable to touch. You don't have resistance to fire damage, do
No,
you?
I don't. So I drop it. I drop
Drop
it
it,
actually
like-
on the floor.
It's like orange. It starts to glow, this dual orange, and it's like sizzling through the snow. And there's like even some like black spots that are being created in the snow.
I'll use it to like more quickly, like move it with a shovel around and clear some snow.
I've survived by just spam casting prestidigitation. I can cast it on any sleep rolls and tents before I go to bed. That should work for, depending upon the weather, at least maybe half an hour.
Yeah, but don't you know, if you keep casting it, don't you gonna have like magic fatigue or something?
Well, eventually, yes, but I prefer fatigue over a frostbitten limb.
I mean, we could do a normal fire soon. I was just wondering,
Yeah, we
if
can.
Starbucks can do something fancy, and I mean that's kind of fancy here. I like it.
Styrax, how long does that spell last?
It just like see it actually shrugs because it's actually just like this just came to mind right now to do this, so really don't know how long will last.
All right, Leo, keep digging.
Arius
After a
looks
minute.
to- Huh?
So it holds a minute.
Arius is going to touch his beard a little bit as he thinks. And let's do cold intelligence. Oh god, that's
It do be a minute, but it's RP wise, Sarah doesn't know.
Yeah. I think we
very-
noticed pretty quickly that it doesn't do the thing anymore.
a great spell to know. This is heat metal, and it lasts a minute. And as he says that, it kind of starts to like stop glowing.
Oh, well, it was
Oh.
very helpful for the time. It
Well,
was present.
I think that's gonna be very helpful fighting anyone with armor. So
The only thing is, I think I need to actually maybe I need to
concentrate?
check, not concentrate, but maybe I need to touch it. I really don't know. I need to check. I should keep trying and learning this.
All right. Well,
Maybe I have some ways to get you out of if you get in. So
Oh, no. With this particular Coptic manipulation of the latent magical energies within the world, about 10 to maybe 12 meters line of sight. Yes.
I
You
didn't
can
really
see
get
that.
any of that.
You can see that also. Styrus is just like, since it doesn't care about cold, it just like pulls a notebook like nothing and starts writing like it's nothing.
right.
Falling back in
He
his
said
own
something
habits.
about meters, so that's good, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is
Irias?
enough, definitely.
All right, hold on. Iris, you have any like cantrip like shape earth or water?
No.
Yeah, definitely would just go around and use mold earth. Sorry, to like
He
sol-
conjures a mage hand that like makes it like take a little bit of snow and move it aside. Like scoop a little bit of snow and like move it away.
This
you
seems-
people know magic can also be applied to real life situation, right? Not just in combat, right?
Yeah, it does seem like you're trying to like play a joke.
Well, my mother would have wanted that, but it was never my inclination. And there was always
definitely
a
would-
protectorate military camp to sleep at.
Right. Well, there's no protectorate military camp here, so definitely would use mold earth to like solidify the basically the wall of the hole. So it's like the hole is actually like a plus sign,
Oh.
and yeah, like an axe, and in each of the wing of the axe, that's where the 10 will be, and in the middle of the axe is the campfire, and so essentially just snow camping tips, and in the wing of the axe, like the roof of the tent will be made so slanted so snow doesn't like fall over.
Nice.
But
a
yeah,
little bit of applause to you. I know some of this shit, so good job. To somebody who's in the tropical climate.
Poggers. Poggers.
I actually
Baldur's
go
Gate.
go out and touch grass a lot. So there you go.
Well, maybe not that much snow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll get some wood. Unless you magic people have some way to get some wood.
Yeah. We need to prepare wood for
I-
campfire. It's gonna
Can
be
you
very
heat
cold.
wood also?
I can help burn it.
That's good, that's good. Probably need some help because it's snowy.
I can electrify it.
Yeah, I think Irias, Starax maybe just stay back and prepare the tent. Let's go, Leo.
Alright. You gather a good amount of wood. Like you're feeling that you're on your last straw. Like from time to time, you just have to like blink very hard to make sure you focus on what's ahead of you. Starix and Arius helps to put up the tents, and he seems to know what he's doing. The little backpack that he has with bedroll and tent, it's seen better days, but it's still functional. And like half an hour later, you just have some very sad like jerky, and you're just promptly to bed. There's no way you can have watches tonight.
And I will activate my raven statue
Ooh.
and tell my raven to watch for us and wake us up if anything happens.
Caw, 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 caw.
Okay, Silver, you got it.
He looks like it's the worst and most heaviest and most like worst command you could ever give him, but he accepts.
Good boy. To sleep.
And starts. He goes up into a tree and looks around in the night with his black eyes.
Yeah, it definitely would just be like, make sure your bedroll are not touching the ground. Like that, you're gonna lose a lot of heat. Make sure you dry your clothes before you sleep. What else?
Pine branches is pretty good as insulator between the tent and the snow.
Yeah. And like, you can see like Daphne just kind of like midway through talking, just kind of like slap herself a bit just to stay awake, just a tiny bit more, to like make sure everything is in order. And I don't think we can keep watch tonight, so thanks Leo for your raven, and let's just hope for the best. If we die, we die, I guess.
Arius is already snoring.
And there he goes. All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Okay. Everybody give me a vitality saving throw. And Starix makes that with advantage.
Can we say we made that with advantage, considering all the preparation we did?
Well, I have a mental DV depending upon your preparations.
Nice.
I'm not sure if you're part of
Nice.
it.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it has. So you're not here right now.
Yeah, Sarah, you have advantage.
Oh, you said everybody, so I just automatically did it.
Oof.
Sorry.
Alright.
Sorry about that.
Vitality every single time.
Oh,
Fuck me.
I should have this character sheet out all the time. Jesus.
Should I make a perception check with the raven?
Yes, please. With intelligence or cunning in the raven's case.
I don't think I can guidance that, considering it's through the night.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
19.
No. Sadly not. This is a overtime deal.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
It is 19 for watch the raven.
Okay. Leonard, Daphne, you're a little bit hot to your stock. And Daphne, Starix and Arius has also gone through something very emotionally taxing.
Emotional there.
And so Arius and Starix will have a level of exhaustion when they wake up. Okay.
Oh, God.
Do you want to roll some HP?
Oh, absolutely. Wait, let me check my character.
We got healed up, but yeah.
I'm actually fine.
Yeah, I think we did got healed up.
I don't think because it like abruptly ended, so we couldn't really be healed.
No. It was basically from one moment to the other he was able to dispel the spell, and so he did.
Yeah, but I didn't take much damage actually in that fight.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I mean, you did take one heavy blow and then you got healed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't take too much
So
after that.
regain half your HD, and then roll.
Right? Is it rounded up or down again?
It's rounded
Up, I think.
up, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Let me.
That is nice.
I should.
Yeah, routing it up is very nice.
I'm gonna roll one actually.
But you do regain your lowest hit die before
Yeah.
the higher.
Imagine having different hit die.
Wow.
Wouldn't be me.
Okay.
D10s all the way.
I have 4 d8s and I have 2 d8s. Because I still have d6s.
Hey. Here. Yeah. Round up.
Thanks for checking.
So we are basically gonna regain half and then use all half for areas.
You get that.
Cool. All right. HD rolling finished.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
Morning eventually comes with no distractions, and nothing seemed to have happened in your sleep besides the sun and the moon traveling across the sky behind the misty wall. Morning comes and then goes as you blissfully sleep in a bit to recover your strength. When your eyes do blink open, an hour or two before lunch, you're met by a far more hospitable environment. The temperature has climbed to lie just below freezing. The skies are still clear with that usual grey dome of impenetrable mists, and the wind remains calm and gentle. After you break camp, you break camp as quickly as you can to capture the rest of the daylight for your travel ahead. You realize that the snow is pretty heavy set, and just perfect for forming snowballs. Daphne, I assume you want to try and track Souls and his two companions and the wolf's footprints on your way back to Kresk?
Yeah, I would like to do that, and I do have an ability for that.
Yes, make me a survival intelligence for that.
Yeah, I'll
Would also
guidance
help.
myself. Yeah.
It would help if I can.
Yes, indeed, if you have levels in it.
I have 2 levels in survival.
Perfect.
So survival intelligence, right?
Yes.
Or survival.
Intelligence to track. It's like
Okay.
perception.
Okay. Granted. Okay. 22. Clean.
Ooh, clean. 22. Oh, actually, 18, because it's like a overtime track. You will not be
like
able
right
to.
away.
No,
Okay.
it's overtime
Well.
how you do, but 18 is still very good. It's not that hard for you to eventually find, after just a moment or two of searching, the 3 wolven paw prints, as well as two slightly heavier humanoid footprints and a much lighter third pair, and follow their path heading southwest.
Okay. I think well, see where they went. Let's follow them, I guess.
That sounds nice. Let's get past this place quick.
Yeah.
That I agree.
It's like the third time I want to leave this place, and something keeps us here.
We have been like this since we entered the mist.
Are you good, Sarah? Serious? You guys look down. Are you cold? You feel anything abnormal?
Are you asking me if I'm cold?
Yeah, I mean, you're not immune to cold.
I know, but nah, it's just I didn't really sleep well.
Ah, I see.
By the way, is there anything we can do about what's happening with Starix? Her injury? Or are we all out on that?
That for now, I think for now is not really annoying. And for now, I think I can continue a little bit further until I think the only one who knows how to heal things is Sol. And Daphne maybe a little bit, but don't know if she can heal it.
Well, with enough soul, I think I can, but I don't think we have that to spare right now.
Not really.
We keep fighting stuff that doesn't do that. Have a soul.
Yeah.
You know?
It-
Seems to be a rare thing in Barovia.
Soul, the tiefling guy, right?
Yes.
yes.
You actually met him?
He's a Vistani, but he's not really a Vistani.
Vistani.
He's if you no, I think you left way after that, before that. But he got involved in an incident back in the Protectorate, and we just sort of forced him to guide us here.
That is what they do. They guide people here.
Yeah, but
I trust your judgments, of course, especially you, Starix. But I must caution you. My experiences with the Vistani has been less than helpful.
no, that we understand. But so is our friend. We can trust him.
I think Salt went against
Yeah,
Stradania more times than we thought, probably.
Really?
he rejected the Vistani ritual or whatever, and
Vistani ritual?
Well-
Some kind of ritual that they have.
or binding, I suppose.
Yeah, when they get of age, they can, I don't know, bring something in their dream, and that'll make them
Connected.
proof
Yeah.
and be like full Vistani. Maybe it allows the Countess to control them, I don't know.
Yeah, but he got he refused the drink, and he told us that he felt disconnected to his kin.
Disconnected. Huh. I am now I'm eager to meet this young man. Interested to see what he has to say about it.
It's a peculiar man, we'll say.
It's also like a, you know,
more.
difficult topic for him, the whole Vistani thing. So don't barge in
Yeah.
with that.
Oh, good to know. Thank you for the warning.
All right. Let's follow the wolves.
Arius falls into this pretty distracted silence.
Well, at least the weather is not that bad today. So
Yeah, it seems perfect, the weather today. Which is, I guess,
so
just
right.
lucky. I mean, the fact that we can still read the tracks means a lot, I think. That's really lucky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Daphne, there's just this like thinnest of layers of snow in the tracks, not more. So it's like stopped snowing probably just a little while after you entered the portal.
Oh shit, that's very lucky.
And I got randomized weather.
Yeah, then we just follow and go until the footprints behave weird.
Speaking of weird footprints, about 4 hours later, beyond the zenith of the day, you come upon some irregular changes to the tracks, Daphne and Leo, that makes you both pause. You have entered a pretty steep valley with high stony ridges on both sides of you. Here, the footsteps stop and shuffle a bit in place. And then, together, they lead up to the ridge to your right. Can you make me a survival with intelligence again, please? With advantage, because Leo's helping.
Okay.
I think we have a +4 in it. If you don't want to use a special feature, I can roll also.
Yeah, you can assist him instead.
Yeah. I'll
We
help
can both
Leo.
roll.
Okay.
No, I'll help Leo.
Ooh.
Good start. No, we can...
Okay.
Yeah, I had a +4, I'm sorry.
Nah,
But I
that's
just-
alright. The dice just shitting on you.
Yeah, that's just...
But it's still enough to make it pretty clear that it's a little bit hard to tell who, since the impact crater has kind of impacted on the top of some of the other tracks. Somebody had a bit of a tumble down the ridge. And then, after a bit more of shuffling, it seems like one of the heavier set of footprints, either Milavoice or Soul, and this Daphne is able to tell automatically because of the natural explorer ability.
Yeah.
One of these heavy set footprints, well, in comparison to Nyanga's, went down the ridge again. The 3 woven paws and one of the companions seemed to have continued up on the ridge and disappearing from view, whilst Nyanka's and her companion carries on forward down the valley, albeit with a bit of a distance between these 2 footprints. What is your reaction to seeing all of this?
Is there gonna be like a better view from up the ridge?
Maybe. it might help a little bit, but because of the nature of the mists and also the monochromatic snow, you need to be pretty close up to these tracks to follow them. It's not that easy to see these tracks from afar, and it gets harder and harder with distance.
Yeah, but I guess I think Leo's gonna say, I think I'll just try to get up here and see if I can see anything more that might have prompted this change of movement. Seems not ideal to move up the ridge here.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright.
take some steps back, get the running start, and like try to find like some good spots and just like try to run as quick up as I can.
Ooh, make me an athletics dexterity.
Alright. That's a 27.
Ooh! Leah, you're so suave as you do this.
Just quick running jumps. Yeah, it's just perfect form.
Yeah,
I'd like to see it.
10 out of 10. And indeed, it's easy for you to climb this ridge, and you smirk a little bit at the thought of maybe Soul was the one who tumbled. And indeed, up there on the ridge, there are some trees around there that do you have to move around a little bit to be able to see, but they're not particularly tightly placed or growing. It seems to be a tough place for the trees to grow, and they're definitely shorter and thinner than the ones down in the valley. I assume you try to look around?
Yeah, I think I'll stealth when I'm up here. Just because I had no idea what's exactly going on, and there was some weird stuff going on down there, so...
Okay, alright. With snow, it's definitely a dexterity.
Okay.
Can I?
Good old 7.
Too bad. You know, you do your best, but snow is tricky. And there's hidden stones underneath the snow that gets a little bit tricky to move around. But you do your best. And then I presume you want to then take a look out, see what's further down? Okay.
See if I can see anything.
Alright. The mists are a thing. Make a perception intelligence, and I will set the TV as applicable.
Perception intelligence. 11.
11.
11.
Well, the valley seems to carry on. It seems to open up a little bit in the far distance. You basically see less and less of the outline of trees sitting in the mists, but it kind of creates a bit of this kind of bowl conundrum where the mists kind of settle into the valley as a bowl. Makes it very hard to see what's below the trees. I'm not really sure.
I can see the footprints continue up here.
Yes, you do.
Okay, and they seem also still erratic, or they just seem like more focused? Less worried.
Make me another survival intelligence. Now without help.
Yes. That's a 17.
Ooh, 17. They seem quite deliberate. There's a certain weight to footprints made in when you move carefully and slowly forward versus the slightly more sloppy nature to a track when you just move casually forward in normal speed. there seems to have been perhaps a stealth element to the humanoid's footprint here, or a
Alright.
very slow approach forward.
I think I'll go back to the ridge and just
Mhm.
the rest know. Seems like whoever got up here, they continued on, but carefully, silently. So there was definitely something here, but I can't really make anything out in this distance. The fog isn't really helping. Not sure how they sensed it, but it definitely was something that worried them here.
Oh, right. And there's no sign of them?
No, not that I can see. I mean, the footprints continue, but
Alright.
that's
Yes.
about it. So I think we have. I think if we look over to Styrex and Iris, do you guys think you can get up here, or maybe with some help?
Sorry, I really wasn't. Sorry. What?
It's
did you
just
say?
it's a ridge that we get up. That's what Soul like was confused on what to do exactly because there was danger ahead, and then Yanka couldn't get up the ridge.
Yeah,
And I'm asking Arias and you if you guys feel up to the task to climb up here right now.
I would prefer if I had some help.
I can throw down a rope.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I
Look
just
to
feel
the
like
rail.
the path where more people went seems the safer path. Even though, I mean, could have been any time at this path by now, but
Okay.
that's just
Yeah.
a hunch.
And now I'll stay behind to help you guys climb up.
Yeah. And I'll, like, throw down the rope, make it easier to climb, and then
Alright.
definitely help from the bottom.
Then with
We'll try to get them up.
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
with all of that, there's definitely going to be advantage to both Arius and Starks.
Yeah. Which means straight rolls because of exhaustion.
Say roll. God damn it.
Yeah.
And I'll guidance them.
So I'll start at dexterity to get up.
At least it's.
Nice. I like to see it.
Okay.
That them dwarvish legs pulling him up there, bro.
I mean,
God damn.
yeah. I mean, they may be.
That 20 Carol over. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what?
Erase helps.
Daphne, make me a just a dexterity check.
I guess I should have been down there.
Dex, not strength. Alright.
Yeah, just a dex check.
Okay. Okay, and can I guidance this or no?
No, this happens. This is like a reaction. Okay.
How high up is the ridge that we're climbing?
Can I catch the Styrax and take the damage instead of
that-
Styrax?
That was kinda the check to see if you were able to react fast enough to catch her. Or position yourself in a way to be able to catch her.
But I did said I will catch them if they fall. Can I have advantage for just preparing to do so? I'm sorry. I'm just.
It could just been that Styrex fell far, like, not all the way down to you, and you didn't have the time to get up to her. But we did the dex check. This is what happened.
Yeah, I was just one
Yeah.
more question.
Uh-huh.
Like, how high up is the ridge and how high Styrex got with all the help before she...
It's not like a free fall here, so I won't be utilizing like the 1d6 bludgeoning damage per meter fallen after 3 meters. But all in all, it's about 5 to 6 meters from the ground to the apex. And you know, when you fall, Styrex, it's just like from one stone to the other, you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
You're like,
Are you good?
I'm just saying, the hit die I used is gone.
You kind of like land a little bit upon your elbow and you hit the funny bone. You're like, ooh.
Are you alright, Starix?
You can see Starbucks says no word, and it's just like
Oh,
you can just hear up. Fuck me.
Are you right? Did you hurt yourself?
It's fine. It's just
Oh, okay.
I need one moment. Just go.
You can see like areas despite his tiny legs. He seems to be pretty well versed by now with nature and Barovian nature, and he makes it up there, no problem.
Starbucks just like takes a minute in silence. It's like, okay, let's go again.
I think I'll, in a minute, you'll find a tree to bind the rope to. And
Is it done?
when Cyrus is ready, he will climb with her. Be like a meter close by.
I'm
ready
can
to-
cast Mage Hand and push you with that, or would that be patronizing, Sarx?
You can see Starbucks looking at Rose directly without a word. Take a guess.
Okay, he takes a step back and like.
Yeah, I think Cyrus has got this.
All right, now you actually get to.
It
roll
was,
with
it was my
advantage.
fault, Cyrix. I wasn't holding it correctly. That's why I bound it to a tree. So now it isn't wobbling as much.
Yeah. Do I need to roll again?
Yeah, but you do roll
God
with
damn.
advantage this time
Yeah.
because there's so many spell saves. All right, you're fine. You're fine. You just need to hit the 10. It's a
Think
bit
I'm alright.
wobbly, but you do get up there.
Today is not really my day.
Do I
Well-
have to make a check to get up, or?
I was about to say, let's watch Daphne. Maybe it's
yeah,
making up your
yeah,
day.
Daphne as well.
Gu-
But you
Guidance
do.
myself.
If
have
there's still
advantage,
if
right?
you do with the rope, you have advantage.
Nice.
Eat shit. That's what
That-
Daphne's saying.
Daphne just walk up the ridge, not even going.
Bruh.
Yeah, perfect form, 10 out of 10, the same thing. It does have a different kind of theme. It's like more like brawny, despite it being Dex.
Yeah.
In Daphne's, whilst Leo's was definitely more acrobatic in this presentation. But yeah, no problem. You're up on the ridge. Good job, guys.
Did. So, I mean, I can't really tell how much time has passed, but maybe it's the safest if we try the approach stealthy, just like they did. Maybe not. I mean, I can't really see anything. My Raven expired also, so I can't really send him forward. So
That will be the most optimal thing, to be honest.
all right.
We are not in shape to fight us either.
Fight. No. Okay.
All right. Let's just be a little bit stealthy, and we're good.
I will try. Serious. Alright. Let's do a group then. Yeah, with Dex.
Right, I'll guidance myself.
Hey!
Whoa!
There we go.
Oof. Oh, right, he needs to roll with disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is it stealth?
Stealth Dex.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, that's not cunning.
The
Damn.
crunch is real.
Alright.
Oh wait, yeah, I have to do disadvantage.
Yeah. Then
Oh,
roll a
yeah.
natural one.
L.
Can I just help? Can I just help, Cyrix? Can I just help Cyrix by picking her up?
Well, it is a group,
Too bad.
check. So
Too bad.
it
Feels
is.
bad, Styra.
It's all
17.
yourselves together divided by 4. So you help by rolling high.
Oh, well, I didn't do that great of a job there.
So we have 13, 10,
7?
7, and 15.
No, 17.
Oh,
Guidance?
17. Yeah, okay. So we're basically landing around 13, 14. Okay. Good to know. You step forward. Just a minute or two of walking, like continuing down the ridge, following the 3 footprints of the wolves and that heavy-set, well, not heavy-set, but adult humanoid tracks. The valley opens up a bit in front of you. Before you, there is a narrow meadow where a rapidly flowing stream has eaten away at the soil, creating a small ravine that splits this meadow in two. No doubt the stream feeds the mountain lake further south of you. And just beyond that ravine, no perception checks required. There's really nothing there.
Seems good.
But make me perception intelligence anyway.
Alright.
Since
Daphne.
you're high on alert for danger.
Perception, intelligence. Okay.
With disadvantage if you
I
roll.
know. I know. At least intelligence is my highest stat. So
Not true.
Yeah, but this time I can help.
Ooh.
I'll.
hey, above 10. Hey.
I guess.
Hey!
Nice.
15.
15, 21.
No, mine is at 25.
25? Okay.
Guidance.
Yeah. Because
yeah.
Guidance.
Okay. And Leo just helped Styrax.
Yeah, I guess wanted to, but Cyrix just refused to help.
Okay,
And did
you
it
were
without...
about to help and kind of like point out and look with her, but then she decides to do it on your own, and then you sigh.
Yeah.
And do you do it on your own, or just let Daphne take this one?
Yeah, no. I already did my check. I already saw everything last time I went up here. So,
All right.
I already saw everything that needs to be seen.
Sure. You don't think there's anything beyond.
Yeah, did great last time. Obviously.
Daphne, as I said, like there's really nothing here. You're like a little bit unsure of why everybody's so worried. But then
Yeah, I was waiting.
there
for that.
is a lot of disturbances in the snow beyond the ravine. There's a lot of tracks there, but you need to get closer to take a better look. But there's a surprising amount of activity there.
Ooh. Alright. Okay, first of all, what I want to do, right? I do have message, so I try to reach message out, and essentially use it as like a tool for scanning if so it somehow buried down there or hiding somewhere.
Oh, so
Just
you're
like
like 12 o'clock,
point
1
mess-
o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Big.
It kind of like Hey soul, if you hear this, respawn. Hey soul, if you hear this, respawn. Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
Radio frequencies.
Yeah. Like a radio scanning for
Hello.
frequency.
So.
Adult. Catch. Die. Okay, nobody got that reference. I'm sad. Yeah, no, nothing there. Just static.
All right.
Radio.
Well,
Radio.
quite a lot of tracks down there. I think we have, if we want to study it, we have to get down there, or we can just go back to Crass, I suppose.
I mean, this seems like the way to Kresk if the footprints are going this way. So,
Is the footprint is going towards Crass?
yeah, I mean, it goes over here, but the other big footprints are here.
Yeah. And so you learned that one of the adults went up here on the ridge with you with the three wolves, whilst Nyanka and one of the other adults went down there. So they must have. Well, the question is about timeline here. What happened first?
All right, Daphne will just go to the big pile of footprint to investigate then.
All right.
Well, Leo will help down the other two to get down here without problems.
Stairs will actually stand on top and just check if anything is moving around.
Just let her do her thing.
All
And
right.
no check required going down, and Irias follows as well. And looks around carefully, just steps a little bit behind Daphne. Leo, do you go up and look at what Daphne is looking at?
Yeah, to help her out.
Okay.
I shall.
Let's make a survival intelligence. One of you roll.
Right. You want to roll this time while I roll?
Let's each roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Same
long
as
as-
someone having
as-
advantage.
As
Yeah.
long as I don't roll today, I think I'm fine.
Ooh.
God damn! A 9.
A 9. It's like you start pointing them out and like pointing out what you see, and Leo start like forming like this plan, this deduction in his head as he takes in all the things that Daphne points out.
I also think I was closest when I gave over Lucian, I think was the name. No, priest to the undead army.
Oh.
So I might have I've been the closest because I was the one that delivered. So might also be why I have an easier time figuring out whose footprints these are.
Maybe. But this is what you see. The Nyanka and her companion made it across the ravine safely. Nyanka did so way further to your right than the adult one did, who basically stood where you're standing right now before wearing off towards the right as well, to walk around this clusterfuck of tracks in front of you there. And indeed, as you take the time to count together with Daphne, there's 22 pairs of footprints in front of you. One, which was standing with his with their toes pointed back to in direction of whence you came. It's much heavier than the rest and was armored. The other 21 pairs vary in weight and different shoe marks, and some of them are even barefoot. They seem to have stood still or shuffled a little bit in place right here. And then the tracks lead backwards. There seems to be some very old tracks of like disturbance of snow heralding their approach where to get to where they were standing still. But they're very much older because they've been basically snowed in and is not easy to see any details anymore of. But the footprints leading backwards is crisp and without snow within their path.
Yeah, they were clearly in like a formation. I mean, with like the armored individual in front.
Well, the armored footprints were standing completely still in the front, and there's also like a diamond kind of disturbance in the snow in front of the footprints. The other that varied in weight but was still lighter than the armored, they were more sporadic and they didn't really stand as still as the first one, the one in front. But all of their toes was basically in the direction of whence you came from.
Okay, well, this is clearly not just some normal people here, because I don't think anyone could stand here barefooted without barely any movement. And there's a lot of them. Armored person in front. Sounds, I understand why Soul wanted to avoid whatever was going on here, but it seemed it passed, or, well, I guess it moved towards Crest, which I guess is not that reassuring, but let's just, I hope it's fine.
Yeah.
Is there any interest for us to follow these footsteps? Or at least see where they are.
Well, we have to go to Crest, right?
Yeah, well, I was thinking, like, you follow our footsteps, I follow these footsteps, and we see if they go the same direction. And, the moment we can't, like, see each other or hear each other anymore, then we'll, like, get to one line.
Alright.
Just to, I guess it's... Whatever was here, if it was dangerous, it would be good to know where it went. Without, obviously, we don't want any trouble. We're gonna be trying to be careful here.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Alright, guys, seems it's fine right now. You can come over. Seems to be some sort of amount of, I don't know, some supernatural humanoids that were here, but they're no longer here.
No shoes.
Yeah.
I don't recognize this
Thinking.
from my time here.
I mean, the moment we find Soul, we'll know who it was. Because he definitely encountered these
Yeah.
footsteps. His footsteps, or like whoever humanoid was, avoided these footsteps. And for now, I'll keep tracking these because I have a good read on them. And you guys follow our footsteps, and we'll see if they kind of go the same direction or not.
No, right, if you think that's wise.
So let's
Yep.
let's get going, shall
Let's
we?
go.
you carry on your way. It's very easy to follow these tracks, Leo, because there's 22 pairs of them, you know.
Yeah.
And most of them, despite the heavily armored ones, seems to be pretty sloppy on their way. Like their tracks aren't pristine in the snow. They're sometimes like dragging their feet behind themselves as if they were sick, tired, or otherwise affected somehow, maybe dizzy. And both Nyanka's and her companions and these footprints carry down this narrow valley. The meadow ends, the trees return, and about 100 meters or so further down south, the valley broadens and ends as the ridges kind of flatten out over time into a more flat landscape as nature just opens up here. And at that point, you still can see each other faintly through the trees and the mists, but there is a clear departure of direction between these two groups. Nyanka and her companion, who has now joined up with the wolves and the other adult, they veer off towards the southwest, whilst these groups of footprints head towards the southeast.
All right. That seems good to know. Anything we know of in that direction would be the feeder paths. Realistically, if they continue this straight path, but it seems unreasonable if the valley opens up to like change direction.
Looking at the map, basically what is directly south of you is the lake where the feeder tops were situated by.
Oh, okay.
But the feeder tops were directly west of the lake, and the lake is directly south of you currently. So southwest would be the direction of Kresk and the feeder top, whilst southeast is more in the direction of Valaki or Argynvost.
Yeah. I see that now. All right, but that's even better then. For now. So they're definitely nowhere near us anymore.
Or maybe someone split. Is there any other footprint that doesn't match? The same as the train, the same as the other ones? I know this may be a little bit hard.
I think the number of footprints, I mean, we knew how many footprints were before they met these things, and we can still see how many are going southwest, so I assume that's the same number still.
Well, sometimes they do like walk over each other, depending
That's
upon.
But like over like a period of time, we could probably guess the number.
In this case, I want you to make me survival cunning.
Okay. Then since it's Daphne's side, I'm gonna help them.
Okay.
Alright.
Just counting the tracks to make sure.
Yeah, and counting is kind of her thing. Knowing how many. You have an advantage.
No, I wanted.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey! 24.
You have to walk a little bit back and forth and like count everybody to get like this mental mind map of how they moved through like the more forested area that you're in. But 22 points of tracks stopped at the ravine, and 22 pairs of footprints carry on south east.
I thought it was. I think I wanted the other way around, like our footprints, like Soul's footprints, would be easier to count instead of 22 and see if there's a difference there. But yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works too.
And yeah, there's 3 wolves and 3 humanoids going
Yeah.
southwest.
So it seems pretty good. Seems like they just
Seems good, but still intrigues me the route they taken.
That's very fair. I mean, we didn't follow the one that came here because they're too old, I think. They really kind of disappeared. But, yeah, this, they kind of came there to the ridge, stood there a while, and then just went southeast after a while. I mean, maybe they're just patrolling.
Or maybe waiting for someone.
There
Well,
was
Saul might know something like that, but
also a fact that you learned was that the footprints coming to that position were, basically snowed over, very old. Was the footprints that left were very crisp, with no snow in them at all.
Okay.
So there was definitely a time element between getting there and going back.
oh, yeah, I guess they were waiting for someone. And then decided to not wait any longer. Or maybe Saul was the one they were waiting for. I mean,
Maybe so interacted with them.
yeah, but I mean, he moved by them pretty closely by, so.
Yeah,
I mean, he can be invisible, so I don't know.
that's true.
But yeah, we'll just ask him, right? He should be Crest. Let's go.
I think that's where he should be.
Surely.
Let's continue then.
Right?
Right?
Sure.
Foreshadowing? Foreshadowing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Definitely not lost now.
I mean that position is the only moment that Stags will thought, oh yeah, maybe Soul went that direction. Yes, make them sure if they're going safe, and he's just like, nah, he just went to Grask.
Alright. Time will pass again a whole afternoon. Any specific conversations you want to have?
No. I think definitely just focusing on not losing the track and just pondering upon yeah, like the possibilities of like what they are doing and all that.
I think I'll attack to Arias.
He seems very heavy in thought when you approach him. There's a lot he needs to think about.
So, I think I just wanted to check in with your mood a bit. And what do you want to do right now?
My mood. That's very kind of you, Lord Caven. I have spent the last almost 4 years not processing the death of my loved one and friends. I feel like I've run dry of tears. But this is a lot to mourn. There. I'm sorry if I'm not exactly here at the moment. I'm trying to do my due diligence, albeit this late.
It's alright, it's alright. It's just I mean, right now we can look for you, but I don't know what path you want to go on. Do you want to stay with Styrax? Do you want to find a place to, figure stuff out. Have some time.
I will certainly need a bit of time to get back to normal if I ever will. But let me be absolutely clear. I owe you all not more than just my life. And I have the weight of hearing my dead companion's wishes. Whatever you need me to do or be, I will try my best.
Well, and also let me be clear. Kinda like Styrek's father. And I'm not sure that we can keep you safe if you don't feel like you can have your head in the game, right? So that's why I'm asking if you think you can be ready to have your head in the game, and or not, because I don't want to see you die. Not really because of me, but definitely because of Styrex. Right?
I see. Well, I certainly do not want to cause her any more pain. But more important to me is to make sure that she is saved from this place. I will try to get my shit together. I can't promise how soon that will be, but I will rescue her.
That's what I like to hear.
And I don't care if I join my dead companions in the grave to achieve that, Lord Gavin.
That's the confidence I needed, thank you. I'll let you... I just want to let you know that there's gonna be a lot of crazy things that we already done, that we're already dealing with, so in due time I'll let you know. But just know that right now we're not in active war against the Countess. As you've seen, it's not the way to go, necessarily.
Yes, I do believe we were a bit hasty in that. But how did you manage to do it? She demanded that I would take this letter back to the Protectorate. We were all charmed during a dinner at the castle. And we agreed, and when morning came, time passed, we were on our way down the Swallow's Woods back towards where we came, and our senses cleared. We opened a letter, and it was a diplomatic greeting to the Copperbeards, to my family. And most disturbing, it was an invitation of an alliance with them. We promptly agreed that my family could not ever be tempted with such, so we destroyed it. And after that point, Barovia became quite hostile to us. Has she approached you with the same, or have you somehow been able to be underneath her notice?
Oh, she knows about us, all right. You know, I think that's not the point where we should start talking about this. Just so you know,
Okay.
I have a particular connection with her that made sure that we're safe around here. And right now, kind of an absence from her, so
Do you want to just tell? Ilias?
I don't know.
I mean, that's honestly up to you because that's your thing.
Yeah.
Do you really think is this place to tell this?
Yeah, it's just a bit difficult, and you
I'll-
know, I don't want him to overreact in the wrong way.
Everything will be told. But for now, we actually need to focus on the road
Yeah,
ahead.
so as I said, I wouldn't say we're necessarily in good graces right now, but we don't have to worry about Barova turning against us.
I would have preferred you would not said anything about it, because currently I'm dying of curiosity, but okay.
Well, I said this.
Starax puts a hand on Areo's shoulder and just takes out the notebook. Guess we're doing later. And put it back on the backpack.
You can
just
see some of the like fire ignite in Iria's eyes of like he is foremost a scholar, and right now there is a curious conundrum in front of him and he needs to understand, but he's like trying to keep himself in check.
Now, Leo, first lesson, don't tell a scholar something unknown.
Well, this was important because I wanted to let you know that I don't know if the counter still knows if you're alive or not, but either way,
Right.
you need to stay undercover. If ever gonna be a confrontation, I need you to disengage from us, alright? That we're not a party necessarily, if it ever comes down to it, okay? And
I see.
just try your best to not be, seen.
Ilya stops
Yeah.
for a moment and looks around, and then out from his backpack he like fishes up this most like threadbare, hole-ridden, smelly blanket that he wraps around his shoulders and his head, like makes like a little hoodie with.
Well, we'll get you a cloak as soon as we can, obviously.
Starax, since it's not affected by the cold, offers her cloak.
No, the blanket is fine. You need to keep yourself warm.
I really don't need it.
I
So,
don't care.
take it. No questions asked. Take it.
Cyrax, I will look like a child in it.
I don't care. And with a smile.
It's like
The lady has spoken.
heaviest sigh, and then he kind of dresses in it, and indeed, it's like his father's cloak or something like that. He like tries to like fold it up over like the hands a little bit, and but it's like a procession, like a mantle behind him. Still,
Better than a blanket.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we'll get you
just
something quick.
smell
Don't worry.
better.
There's some shops in Kresk. We can get some cloaks there. Something that'll work.
Good. Okay. Right.
Just letting you know since we reach civilization again.
Well, this does bring another dimension to our conversation, though, Lord Caven. Should I breaks my heart to say that. Travel with you.
Well-
Do I invite more danger?
As I said, currently we're on like a distance, so we don't assume there's gonna be any interaction. And as long as you just are ready to, excuse yourself, and when there ever gonna be a sign of a confrontation, then it should be fine. You were in your cloak. Could be anyone. We pick up people on the way. We have done that before.
He sweeps it tighter around him and kind of like takes one of his thick dwarven hands to kind of like keep it close to just underneath his throat. So it's just like his little face. Tiny part of his face that is visible underneath the hood of the cloak. And then he nods to you eagerly.
And we're on our way to a safe place anyway, so after Crest that is. So and Crest is kind of safer than most places still. So I think for now there's definitely no danger, and we'll just have to, go for it and see how it goes. And sometimes you can't really know what's gonna happen, so
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know that the valley was this big. Okay. To Kresk, I guess.
yeah.
Alright. Dusk comes, it goes. And you want to press on as much as possible to reach Soul as soon as possible. And your dark vision do enable you to carry on traveling a little bit longer. And as Daphne's soul is in harmony with the environment around you, it enables you to not slow down your travel that much. But the time comes when it's just too much. The weariness of the hours grates on you. Styrex and Irvia starts to like slow down in their pace, and the temperature drops once more. And as you look around for another good place to make camp, there's a sudden and sharp bark of a wolf or a dog in the distance ahead. And we're gonna go for a short break.
Nice.
Alright, refill your glasses. And get some snacks if you need it. Come back already.
And yes, we need to stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated, Chad.
Yeah.
We're Hydro Homies here.
Go get a drink as well.
Yeah, I will do so as well. I'm gonna
I'll
go
be right back.
and refill my glass. I'll be right back, Chad.
We're back.
Yeah, break time, movie. Go get something for yourself as well. Have you had a glass of water? Tucking into some cider or some. Ooh, nice. Some Irish cider. Alright, I'm back.
Hello back, I am Shoko.
Oh. And yeah, I love gaslighting my players. Best thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah.
No. I'm evil enough as it is. It's alright.
I'm back.
Oh. Hi. Hi, Beck. I'm Dad.
Yeah.
What is your drink of choice, Hess? Is it
Like
some,
right now or like
right now?
water?
Water, okay. I thought, yeah, if it's
I am
morning.
back.
Bexxy's a dad?
I mean, it's the perfect thing, you know.
Absolutely.
It's
absolutely.
it's very very natural.
But
Wait,
have you
what is the
ever
perfect drink?
have you ever had Icelandic glacier water out of your tap?
No.
Or just northern Scandinavia water, just free flowing.
And here in Spain, they are just so proud about the tap water in Madrid. I'm like, yeah, just go to the north and you have better water. Even
Okay.
tap water.
Basque country, eh?
If I plan to visit, I'll definitely try it out.
Do you drink tap water where you are, or is it like bottled?
Bottled.
Oh, I see.
Because
Hey,
I don't trust you.
California is using.
I don't trust U.S. sewage system.
Oh yeah, US system,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think California's is pretty okay considering the agricultural sector that they have, like with all the almond orchards you have. I think that there's pretty a high corpo lobbying to keep it, good. But it's also very urban, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, bear in mind, I grew up in the Philippines where water is so shit there. So
Yeah, I was.
distilled water is still, my
I
drink of
didn't want to
choice.
assume anything, but I do assume
Yeah.
that it's not.
Oh no, all good. I hate the water there. Fuck, like Jesus Christ.
What about in Vietnam, Suko? How is it there?
Tap.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
is it okay?
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
water.
Okay, nice.
We don't have to pay like an arm and a leg for water.
That's good. I guess it's a lot of like rainwater that Vietnam collects in general.
Yeah, we have a large, like just lakes and river system, I guess.
This conversation just reminds me of a documentary that I saw about a water sommelier. I think that's the word.
Yeah.
It's like that was like, huh, that's interesting. Like
Interesting.
able to like dictate where the fucking water is from based on the taste.
I mean, I notice a distinct difference if I'm in Stockholm in comparison to when I'm home. It's worse. It's just worse down there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But wait, so essentially northern water is so basically water from northern parts of the country is usually better. Is that the theme that I'm seeing here?
Well, it depends upon if you're south or north of the equator. And of course about geography. But if you have basically untouched water being filtered through like free-flowing rivers that have not been, polluted by, for example, farmlands and stuff like that, or cisterns, then you have a higher mineral count and you require less chlorine to clean it, and it's in general like more pure. Yeah. So like Stockholm is, down in like the lowlands of Sweden, so there's, the river systems and table water is more polluted than like my mountain rivers that are up here. Yeah. Oh god, Edinburgh water fucking sucks compared to my home water. Yeah, you see. But it's also like when you have a bigger city, of course, there's also
I was about to say that.
more stress on the system.
Indeed.
For sure. Well, anyway. Sorry.
Water.
Water, my dear.
Very good.
Water.
Water.
Drink it.
Very good. Drink water.
Stay hydrated.
Water. Snow.
And from time to
Rest.
time, some rosé wine.
Nice La Rioja, yeah. I'm in the country of wine, so yeah.
Muy bueno. Okay. So, there's a sudden bark of a wolf or a dog, perhaps 50 or so meters ahead of you. What do you do?
Try to steal the
Daphne,
dog.
Yeah. Do we see them or?
No. It's dusk. It's past dusk. It's dark. You just see 12 meters ahead of you, and that is still clouded a little bit with mists. And it's
And we don't see
echoing to you.
And we don't see
Is it
Crest
one bar?
yet, right?
No. You
Yeah.
have about like
2 hours?
13 hours in total of travel, and you've traveled about 8 hours today. So.
Okay.
Maybe? Yeah. So, Daphne will light a torch for sure
Oh.
and listen. And do we hear one bark or like a bunch of barks?
Well, there's one sharp bark, and then silence. You lit a torch, and then closer, there's a secondary one, but slightly like off-centered from the first. And then there's this 1, 2, 3 howl, where 3 seem canine seems to join in on a ow.
Daphne would just say,
I think I'll just use my voice and see if
Yeah.
they're. And I'll just be like, "Hey there! Don't happen to be some wolves that we know, right?
So you're
Like bark
fucking-
twice."
So you're fucking exhausted. These wolves have pushed on into the dark hours, and you can't really see in front of you. Like one of them have been like walked up to the side of you and like helps you kind of get your way, and they're pushing on, and now they're making a ruckus. What is happening?
"So, are you there?"
Bark twice if you're like good wolves that help us.
So make me a perception intelligence.
You can see Stero just face palming about what you say.
Well, that's why I'm appealing to the wolves. They can bark twice. They hear me.
Are you muted?
Fuck. God damn it.
Oh.
We're not
I was
getting
like-
a reaction. I'm so sad.
I was like, what the fuck are you barking at? The fuck? We've been pushing for like the entire sun dusk. Can I just fucking rest? God damn. Okay.
Okay, everybody make me a perception intelligence in the party.
Oh,
Wait,
boy.
who the fuck is
Oh yeah,
waving
20. Oh wait, disadvantage. Let me.
Natural 20.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I think.
Who
So,
the fuck is that over the distance?
like, you're not hearing anything, like, over the howling, but Leo and Styrex is, like, hearing Soul's voice, like, in the distance, like, the faintest, like, echo of his very frustrated, loud voice, going,
Oh,
stop!
fucking god. We,
I-
hey, I know I've been asking you guys, okay, but can we just chill for the walking a bit? It's nighttime. I wanna sleep.
Hey, it's Soul. Look at that. Let's go there.
Jesus
Daphne will-
Be as lively as ever.
I wanted to scare him. And then you say I'm no fun.
Daphne
Oh
will
my god.
So-
message.
Scare him. He haven't yet had
Soul,
it.
their voices ahead. Shit.
Oh fuck. Oh
Daph-
shit.
Daph- Daphne was say, guys, hold on. And we'll message Soul and just say, you are surrounded. Do not try to resist. If you value your life, that is.
Soul, make me an empathy composure.
I have a -1 empathy. Oh no, in composure. So this
That's
is gonna be fucking great. Empathy, composure. Oh no, that's manipulation. Wrong one. There we go. Oh, 18.
That
Oh,
was
no,
pretty
sorry.
scary. You're a little bit worried, but that's Daphne's voice.
In reply to the message.
I didn't know that trees can speak. Hello? Wait, are you the wolves? Jesus fucking Christ! You can do this entire time and just stare at the wolves.
The golden eyes meet you, and their tails kind of droop, and they look disappointed in you.
I just wink at them. What's up, Daphne? I know that's you.
All right, and you.
I tried to sneak up on Soul.
There's some crunching of snow beside you, maybe 10, 50 meters away from you. So,
Hello? Hey, I know okay. Someone is walking up. You tried to hide, but I could hear your feet. You're even worse than what Milivoy did. Jesus Christ. Or no, by the morning lord.
By Boreas.
By Boreas. You're so
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
loud.
And now, intentionally going to make a distraction for the other two.
Yeah, I'll try to sneak up on Soul.
God, guys.
Asteris is just like, yeah, I have a no today. Let's have some fun. And as well, we'll try to sneak.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just playing distraction.
29. Daphne disappeared into the snow.
you just crouch and you disappear.
Well, in my case, I think it's obvious.
Oh, you have disadvantage. Maybe you roll worse.
I roll no.
No.
Like from two different directions, there's crunchiness of snow that is so obvious and so loud, and you're like talking to them like, please stop, party, stop doing this.
Yo, like, okay. Okay, this is weird now. You guys haven't replied yet, and now doubting if you're actually fucking the ones I do. Hey, go back. I know you're going closer. You're awful. Goddamn.
Somebody taps you on your shoulder.
Hey.
The fuck? Ah!
Zaz slowly walks up.
We were the perfect distraction, so
Oh fuck! It's just you guys. Jesus fucking Christ! Don't do that.
I was
First-
gonna say, like a hand. I was gonna say a hand reach out from the snow to grab Soul like ankle,
Okay.
but yeah, that's
But that was okay. Okay, good.
yeah. But that's alright.
But
Hey, you're still alive without us. Good job.
Oh fuck!
yeah,
God.
just one thing. The wolves actually barked because someone was close. And this is what you do?
Okay. Wait. Did you guys not see the? Oh, it's past that. Okay, so you see, there was a group of Stradania zombie people marching around, and the only way I managed to go through is talking to them. So yeah.
What did they?
hey, good
say
job,
to you?
Soul.
Thank you. They need clothing, that's for sure. They need to unionize.
Well, currently they seem to are heading southeast, more east now.
but-
So they're kind of away from us now. But they just stood there,
Yeah, they just stood there.
and they didn't it didn't seem like they were waiting for you or anything, right?
I was scared that they might be waiting for you. That's why I came back.
Yeah, well, apparently we took just long enough, if that was the case, for them to get tired of waiting.
Oh my.
Yeah, but did they say anything to you?
No.
I mean, the main guy can't talk. He doesn't have a face, basically. So
Yeah, but
I
you
mean,
said you talked
but-
to them.
I mean, more like a one-sided conversation. I just told them about, we're friends, right?
he just
There's a
used
lot.
perfect charisma to make sure that everyone got on the other side without issue.
Yeah.
As I would expect from our boy Soul.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, Milivoy almost fucked everything up, as per usual. Badass feet. Apparently, he cannot tiptoe over a small gap. He needs to jump over. I don't know.
But
I
you
don't
accounted
know.
for that, and you made sure it works. And now you went back to find us?
Yes, because I thought that you guys will get ambushed, so I tried to come back as fast as I can.
That's kind of you.
But what about being a melee boy?
They were on their way to Kresk. I dropped them off when all of us saw Kresk, like a couple of minutes over the distance.
That should be fine. Anyway,
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
what I
getting
said.
late. So
And a proper introduction is also in place.
oh yeah, that's true.
Meet my mentor, Nereus.
Urius takes like a step
Irius,
forward.
this is the famous Soul.
Famous? Damn.
Not
What
really
ha-
famous.
What happened to you guys? I don't think you would actually say that before you joined the portal.
Well, let's say that Bestani going against the Countess sounds weird, so you got a scholar curiosity here.
I see.
Just one quick
Hello,
thing.
crazy one.
I wanna empathy check the wolves.
I guess
That
I
if
deserve
they
that.
reacted to the name of Eerie Stormlight in any form.
Ooh, alright, make me an empathy
Just because,
component.
I can't stop it happening, but I'm like, oh, well, just, I don't know, these wolves.
Actually, at that point, let's make an animal handling cutting.
Not presence.
No, presence is more
Right.
controlling them, and animal handling cunning, it's more understanding them.
Okay.
We,
6.
lo- we lost Daphne.
Yeah, we did.
They've sat down in the snow, at like 3 different points, and they're just staring at you, cocking their head back and forth with their like ears flopping around.
Okay, then I will just give them something to do. Like I'll go over and be like, okay, we have to set up camp. You guys get some like firewood. I'll start like digging out some spot for us, me and Daphne. So
Welcome back, Zuko.
I'll just try to like get them to like do something else than stay around here, just in case.
I'll
Get some
give
firewood.
them rations, jerky, because they've been good boys.
Oh, one of them kind of like goes up on their hind legs, to lick you in the face.
Hey.
And
Okay,
they-
this is a. Yeah.
and they snatch the jerky from you,
Wait, what?
like from your hands. Snatch all the jerky that you had.
Okay. Alright. They deserve that. They've been guiding us, and me, all the way to Crest and back, so they deserve that.
Deserves is more like you got stolen.
Yep. I'm gonna get hungry tonight, so that's fine.
That's like a ration you lost there, just
Do I get them to like do something else, like gather firewood?
They start
like-
fighting a little bit for the rest of the ration, and then they start like loosely patrolling the area.
Alright, that's fine. And
Do what?
Go back
Okay.
to talking. Sorry.
Yeah. So, hello? So you're no longer crazy? Yeah?
I guess I deserve that. Greetings, Master Area Stormlight of the Coppergibbet clan. A pleasure to finally meet you.
Ah. Pleasure. Same as well. Pleasure's all mine. I mean, sorry if that's like I was rude, but you were fishing from using lightning bolts, so yeah. And you just summoned a portal out of nowhere, so that just adds up on its own.
Whilst you talk, he's like staring at you, like with slightly like narrowed eyes, and he's like watching you, like if you were like a science experiment.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
You good? You. It seems that your eyes is like looking up and down, like dissecting me. I mean, that's not the first time everyone has looked at me that way, but so you said Cyrex says that you have some questions.
he takes like a step forward and like stares you into the eye, and then he asks slowly, "How do you feel about the Countess, Vistani?"
Well, based on what we know so far, she.
I leave you with them and gonna help the others.
Okay. So, honestly, she's batshit crazy. Okay. Like wild, like crazy motherfucker. All right, and from when we discovered that she's not supposed to be the countess in the first place, or is that right? I felt betrayed, and so yeah, no bueno, no good. Like, not a great opinions. Why?
A slightly juvenile and emotional answer, but interesting nonetheless. I do believe that you speak the truth. Interesting.
I mean, spent most of my time outside of the mist, and I see the world nonetheless. So
Did you do so alone, or were you part of a group?
I was part of a caravan, and
Would you say
just-
that the Vistani that traveled with you then have less of a fealty to the Countess? Are they more like you, or more like the other Vistani here? For example, at Savoie.
well, I don't think that they're more like me. They're more of, they just doing stuff because it's part of tradition. More or less. I mean, my mentor told countless stories, so I think she doesn't condone what the countess is doing. But it is really not an open debate, really. We just want minding our own business.
Yes, but do you feel like the Vistani that you traveled with, were they less charmed by the Countess?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we didn't really come back much, so maybe.
Really, that's fascinating. And he's like patting himself, like looking for like a book or anything to write on, and then he curses.
Oh yeah,
Polish.
I got you, and I'll put up my own book. Just rip a page out. It's like here, right.
I don't even have a pen anymore. I feel
Oh,
so
don't worry, I got you. I pull up my
inadequate.
pen.
Oh, okay, well, this will last me 2 minutes. And it's not like going through and whittling down. And he's gonna like spend some time here, like questioning you.
Yeah. For sure.
In the meantime, though, Daphne is doing the same thing as before, making sure that you're protected and insulated by the snow. That no tent is sitting directly on a snowy surface. You have a crackling fire with a lot of firewood in the center, and you all sit down sooner or later to share a meal. I want everybody to remove a ration from their inventory, and Hess, you remove 2.
I think we have a general one for rations. I think we will have.
Yeah, I think so.
You can use that as well. Be sure to mark off 6 rations.
I think I have a ration in my inventory, maybe. Or is it? I don't think so. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, I think with this, I think we are out of rations.
No, we have
We have 6.
rations per players, so now we have 5. And I'll just note that we have technically 1 less because Soul lost 1.
Yeah. So with Irius, you and the wolves taking 1, you have spent 6 in total.
Yeah.
Okay. And eventually, Irius seems satisfied, a bit more confused. It doesn't seem to be like a clear answer here, but like the whole page is just filled with notes, and he seems pretty grateful to you to be distracted in this way.
If
If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me. I always want to share about myself.
seeing the page and seeing the questions, like, if you think that is confusing, just you wait to hear everything.
feeling a little bit of trepidation from hearing everything, but also excited. It seems like you've experienced far more within the mist than we did.
I will say that being on the not bad side of the Countess has been very helpful for now, but it's not being kind as well. A lot of decisions that really wish no one could have put in it.
Did you have to make some hard decisions to remain in her good graces?
Certainly, yes. It's just with the first encounter we have in the village when we started here, and seeing that what was his name? The one, oh, the son of Father Donavich. Who was it?
Doru.
I mean, he knows that kid actually.
Yes,
Oh.
that's
Duro.
Yeah, Duro.
Duro. Yes, we actually got to, let's say, put an end to him.
You put an end. My decision did not do it? Didn't he die with the other villagers?
It will say that it didn't finish him, just turned it into a vampire spawn, and just was hidden away by his father.
And all this
I
time
don't regret that
thought-
decision, by the way.
No,
No, but knowing that everything that happens, I think that is one of the best decisions, but also not a one that I would like to do anyways. And then there's famous Morgantha. Let's say this is kind of also a funny story. So in my case, well, yes, and also not a very good ending. When we first reached the village, Granny was offering pies. The pies were
yes,
were
yes, yes, of course. The sweet grandmother. Yes, Cyril did not only have one but two of pies and said they were delicious.
It's like he better not know what is that. Let's by any chance did any of you try to check if it was magical?
Why would a pie be magical?
Yeah.
Because it actually was, and it was more like making it an addiction.
Yeah.
Curious?
Is that why he was so cranky the day after?
Curious.
Yes, and the worst part is we found the source of it.
The pie is made of children.
Yes,
Very,
I
very,
would have
very.
preferred saying it subtly, but
What?
Yeah, it
What's-
was.
It was
What's
Emboria's
subtle?
name.
the flower was made of
Bone.
Children's bone. And the
Wait.
sweet grandma is actually one of the hags.
Mm.
Please, please, a moment, and it gets very green in the face.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't there a
See,
youth
this is
potion?
why I didn't want to say it directly.
Oh no, it's a
Direct?
girl.
What?
Cyrax. I don't know if I should be proud or disappointed that me and you actually paranoid enough to try to check on the pie, but not one of the greatest mage of the protectorate.
Well, let's say that I'm usually the one that is suspicious of everything.
And I was just paranoid, I guess.
I mean, my perfect deduction of the taste also helped, you know.
You ate the pie, you. Oh my
She
god.
was.
How many pies-
You even offer it to other people.
She was
Twice,
the
right?
kindest, sweetest
It was just
soul
pie.
See,
that we
she's a
have met
hack.
so far. She's a hag.
Yes, she is.
A pretty one, mind you, a very gorgeous
Yeah,
hag.
I will tell you so.
By Boreas beard.
You don't know the true appearance of Morgantha.
Yeah.
I'm
good.
sure. I'm sure that wasn't the real Morgantha. The real
Yeah.
appearance.
I mean,
So,
come on. What?
Daphne,
What? I
stop.
cannot admire it over the distance.
I agree.
I'm
with
not
Soul
gonna.
here.
I
I
am
agree.
I'm not gonna get close to Morgana at all. But
And I
come
mean,
on.
like,
all
Come
I'm
on.
saying,
Can you stop thinking with your penises for once?
Wait,
complimenting.
I'm
Okay.
confused.
Okay. Hold up.
Is he into gilfs?
Gilfs?
um,
Okay. Hold up. Hold up. All right. I need to sit down for this one.
well, it's not
Okay.
a real grandmother.
No, I am not.
I mean,
okay.
I'm not judging, but I mean, she.
No. You don't even understand. It is looking. It's okay.
So-
it's beautiful. Hey.
So,
Hey, and also, Sarax, I'm not thinking on my dick. I'm thinking on my heart, and my heart says Morgana looks beautiful.
so,
Hell, I would even say that your mentor, in Crest looks fucking hot, Daphne. But I didn't say anything. Okay?
Okay,
Because
so-
dude, okay.
I
Just saying.
don't even need to be a paladin to know that by complimenting a very evil being, you are. I mean, I'm still trust you. I still trust you. You're still on my good side. So, but you are inching towards a territory that you by no means want to inch towards. Too. All right.
You really
Okay.
don't wanna get
mean-
along with a hack.
No,
I'm not
that's
getting
about-
along with
Getting
the heck. I'm
along.
just
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
agree.
saying she's beautiful. Like goddamn. Like gorgeous. Okay. Personally, awful. 100% agree. But come on.
I think there's a middle ground here too. I mean, like,
And
just,
Arius.
she's not
No.
a grandma, Arius. She's not a grandma,
No.
and
No.
she has a different form that makes her look like normal
I'm not
young.
I'm
like,
not a gilf. Okay. I'm saying that right
And
now.
obviously,
There's no
we
limit.
don't know. Like, I don't know how witches work or hags work. Like, I don't know if that's real. Like, if they just found a way to stay young, or if they just make themselves young when they need to. Like, I don't really know, or if it's just a delusion. But it seems like they were like tugged at from like different people, so it probably isn't a delusion. Unless it's some sort of very strange delusion. So she probably puts on the outfit of a grandma to sell pies more easily than a hot young lady, which would be more suspicious, you know.
Well,
Selling
Mhm.
pie.
I'm very thankful that we cleared that up.
Yeah. Just so you know.
And
Wait.
we burned down her mill that was used to grind bones. And
Now she hates
Oh my-
us.
yeah,
Oh my god.
very much so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely the worst night sister of them. So not the.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, let's say that Rin is also not on the best spot. Trying
Well, she
to
doesn't know
try-
about the stuff we did.
No,
She was
but
pretty
I'm,
nice,
I'm still not.
apparently.
I'm still don't like that she's trying to get possession of the prison. And yes, also Starbucks just opens her notebook, like goes through all the papers and just takes out the parchment paper that has the words translated for the prison stones.
Also, what is Gilf?
Well, I think it's just grandmother instead of mother.
Yeah, instead of mother's grandmother.
What?
Okay, alright.
Oh
Can we
shit!
please-
Now we need to do another
can we-
step there. Well, maybe we shouldn't go another step.
Can we please move from the guilt conversation, because now that I think about it, Iris is right. Please, just go. Just go. Just go. Please.
Is this like
Another
a
topic.
like a new word that I don't know about, or what's going
Yeah,
on?
it's a word that's refused to, it's not good if you're called, well, I guess some people might not have a problem, but most people find it strange. So if someone tells you that you're that, then they're trying to insinuate that you're weird. I guess that's the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Changing more of the topic. This
Thank you.
This is a prison we found next to the windmill. As you can see, I actually translated them, but we really need to kind of understand what's happening with that. We didn't
Wait,
really.
I'm still reeling from the Gulf conversation.
You started.
Please just move on. I beg of you.
Okay.
The more we in this conversation, the more my head is saying yes,
I mean,
you
no.
are right, Iris.
Don't you
Just
have
go.
don't you have like a minor illusion? Can you show like what you've seen? Like.
I don't think I want.
I mean, I'm more than willing to show it to you.
Starrex, what did you have to show me?
No, please go ahead.
No, please don't.
Okay. Okay. I'll clap. I'll.
All right. Then let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, those stones.
The stones. Yes. This is pretty much the information we got of them. It's just
That's
words.
a pretty good scratch you got going there. I think you have a bit of an artistic talent as well.
Well, kinda. I admit I use complicated
Ow.
languages. So
Okay, so you found a circle of stones behind the mill that grinded the dead children's bones into magical addictive pies. Am I?
Also,
yeah.
I want to add on. I have this impulse to open it.
And
Yeah, in general, we actually know some things about it. It's a prison, we know that, and we know that each witch probably has one of them, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
A prison of what?
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
as far as we don't know.
that's
we don't know
don't
about.
you know. We know it's something related to devils, but don't really know what it is.
Not devil, but fiendish
Fiend.
in nature.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Fiend is
Fiend.
So it could be
Ah.
devil or demon, but I'm leaning towards demon considering what we have seen in this land.
Yes. For now, we know that there are 3, and one of them is already taken care by Richten, if I'm correctly.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know technically. We haven't checked in with him in a
Well,
while. He could
we've-
be completely dead by now, but I hope not. Oh, do I hope not?
Richten
Duh,
dead?
Duh, Richten.
Yes,
yes.
Rickson. He's here.
The yep,
Mhm. A
him.
mass murder Richten, that's the guy we're talking about, yes.
Oh yeah, he was about to do that. Good thing we stopped it.
Okay.
Uh,
Mass murder is
With
Go a-
with
go
children on the
ahead.
in
Go
the
ahead.
orphanage. Yeah, yeah.
No, that the children in the front of us are actually Richten. What's the
But he did
thing
kill
on
children.
Whoa, whoa, Richten is here?
top? Oh,
Yes.
yes.
When?
Because his son is also here and has been turned into a vampire.
Holy shit, my boy
Wait, who
is
turns to a vampire?
dead. You have so
He's-
many
Yeah.
things to tell me. But this is really good news. We need to find him and we need to group up with him.
We found
No.
him. We
Oh, yeah, we
talked
did
to
find him.
him. It's actually it's
Then
actually
where is he? Because if anybody should know what to do against, Stradania,
But-
it would
Are
be
you-
him.
The thing is, he doesn't know what to do.
I mean, unless you count like killing like children and like defenseless people in order
Okay,
to
okay,
rob
okay.
Let's
I'm not-
counters of a potential army.
Okay,
like
that needs also explanation.
All right.
Uh,
So
Yes.
let me
please.
explain to you.
Okay,
Julius.
for once, I'm gonna tell all of you to shut the fuck up.
I'm proud of
Okay,
you,
I think
Snacks.
it's my mentor. I should be the one who tell the story here, no?
But
a little bit biased, I would say.
I
Just-
wanna lean
No,
over. To
I'm not
Leo.
saying that his decision was right. It's
I'm willing
fucked
to
up.
Leo.
But
I'm
there's
like,
reason behind it. It was not the act of a madman,
okay.
albeit a bit
okay,
extreme.
instead of
I mean,
defending it,
psychopath is
just-
also not a madman.
instead of defending it, just say that pretty much Estradania needs children for either increase their army, and for now we know that she turned Irina's brother
It's Mark, yes,
It's
into vampires.
into a
yes.
vampire, so it might be because
right.
she wants to start maybe another empire.
Is Mark right? I'm sorry, I
Irina
forgot.
and Ismark. I met them in the village of Barovia.
Yes.
We actually
Irina helped me explain what was going on with the mists. Is she
she's pretty
alright?
cool.
Mm,
Well, she's not that
We-
alright anymore, probably.
We didn't check on her. So far, we took her brother, trying to take him to Kresk, and
Met
Rahari Stradania
Why?
met us in the middle.
He wanted to become a captain of the guard when their father had finally
He
kicked
was
the bucket.
he was chosen by Sardania to be the new entourage.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mhm.
and we, we just.
A lot had happened. I was saying that.
Yeah, I mean, Irina thinks he's safe, hopefully. So
And are we not gonna elaborate on that when we eventually meet with Irina?
I would like to meet her once we have
we
solved
ac-
that
we
situation.
actually need to also check what's happening in the village of Arovia.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
there's a new burgomaster, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and Father Donovich, that was supposed to be dead, now is a vampire.
Yeah, that's true.
Father Donovich is.
Good times. Good times.
I told you guys, I should have burned that body. Oh
Or
my.
maybe not let it die while just talking.
Yeah, you killed him technically.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Kept him alive, and then he wouldn't become a vampire.
I killed him indirectly. I should have killed him better. Better.
I'm sad to hear about Father Donovich. He was very kind and gracious when I was there and seemed to be a pillar of the community. And Irina
Well,
was the sweetest.
well,
Ismark the bravest.
let me stop you there because Father don't know. It's actually hide Duro being a vampire spawn. Hid him under the church.
What the fuck? And besides Arena and Ismark, can we circle back to Rickton, please?
Yes.
Oh
you
yeah,
can.
Rickton.
Oh, Rickton, yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to know
yeah.
about him? Right, so here's the timeline.
You
Right.
have her to explain.
Right.
Yes,
Here's the
please
timeline.
do.
So his son was kidnapped into Barovia by the Vistani. Rickton followed.
Rickton has a son? He seemed to not be a family person to me. When I met him during the balls and the military meetings. He
Well-
a father?
I mean, surely you fuck around, right?
He seemed too cold to care.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean-
wait, Rickton has a son. My whole worldview is toppling.
Yes.
Okay.
Erasmus. He was taken to Barovia. We didn't know what happened to him. Rickton didn't know what happened to him. So he came here to look for his son, but failed. And he was hiding in in Valaki as a traveling. Can Daphne look around for bats?
Make me a perception intelligence.
Hmm.
18?
20.
20.
Where are the bats?
Really need
Batman.
tiny hut.
You can shoot firebolt and cook him like last time, huh?
It takes a moment, but indeed, there on a branch, just at the edge of the circle, there's this little creature hanging upside down with dark, big
One?
black eyes that stare towards you. Yeah. And it's dead.
Yeah, like, so what you see was
Whoa!
actually
What's
Daphne
happening?
goes like
Arena attack?
Daphne goes like, so he and just kind of like stop in the middle of the sentence and just firebolt into the distance. Anyway,
Irius jumps up and like hands out.
And
Some are crackling. Whoa, what's happening on the deck? What's happening?
You can see
Bats.
Sarah just like not like bats.
Bats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bats?
so
Alright,
right.
I guess. Let me sit
Uh,
down carefully again.
Daphne will use message to tell Irius about everything.
I mean, scroll bows, I guess all of them are mad. He mutters to himself. Okay,
I would
but
prefer the word alerts, but alright.
Alright, so you message the story to Arius
Yeah.
about Rickton, and his eyes go wider and wider and wider, and at the end of it is just having his head in his hand, looking like...
And Daphne will not skip or will not like sugarcoat anything that Rickton did. Like Daphne, yeah, he killed the Vistani children, like straight up. She
Yeah,
didn't
and
sugarcoat
left
it.
like the whole Valaki
Yep.
village to die if it weren't for us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Daphne. I know, but I still hate Rickton.
No, that's fine. I don't need you to love him. I don't need any one of you to love him. Our goal is just align. We don't need to be friends. Like, no, I'm talking about the party and Brickton. I trust you guys. I love you guys.
Aww.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, he's
It's difficult to say, but I'm not too surprised.
Same here, I would say.
His methods have always been thorough.
Yeah.
And
I don't even think they're gonna do much, to be honest. Like, you saw the Countess fighting, so, like, I don't really think she's in dire need of the Vistani. Especially those that won't even be old enough to fight. God damn it. Why can't you see that?
yeah, but
But it is an undeniable fact that she and her consorts, or whatever they are supplied with blood from outside of the mists by
yes,
the Vistani.
yes. They don't have enough living being here.
Countess
That's a
can allow people to leave from this. And she can charm people.
Yes,
I'm sure she would find a way.
Irina explained to me how it worked and how the Vistani were different.
Well,
Well, she can let other people leave the mist also. She has that power.
but
Yes, she
the
gave us permission to leave with the
Exactly.
letter that she gave us whilst we were under her influence.
I think that what happened to us too. Well, we didn't get charmed, but
Yeah, well, the two of you were allowed to leave. But that's
That's
another
true.
complicated thing.
yeah.
Yes, I've been holding myself still for hours now. How are you on so good terms with a vampire tyrant?
Well, we got sleep. Like, it's pretty late, and you guys are tired. So,
do you
like,
really? And Steros just like shows Leo meet actually Emmerich, all lover.
Oh, so we're full busting this one, huh?
Oh,
I look at everybody.
okay. Well, that's not on my hand.
Oh yeah, that's not on my hands anymore. That's Alstark.
What, Emmerich? This is Leonard Caven.
yes, exactly. That's the guy I am.
It's a weird situation.
Right.
That
Who? What?
let's
Have you ever heard of reincarnation?
a nation.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are powerful enough and that kind of magic, there are spells such as revivify, raise dead, and then
No,
of course
no. Even worse than that. It's actually reincarnation.
Soul transfer.
Leonard, I think you are a half elf and not a full elf, if I know your pedigree correctly.
Mhm. And then you know that Cyrex actually has the soul of a dragon inside of her.
Oh yeah, that's another
It's
thing.
only spliced in there. It's
See,
impressive.
We actually met like the boyfriend of that dragon,
Oh yeah, that's
being
wild.
like a dead ghost.
That's very that's true.
at this is
Irius
like,
seems done. At this point, Irius is done. His brain is cooked.
Got away with it.
Estera just gives a thumbs up.
Guys, one step at a time.
Yes,
Alright.
let's.
Yeah,
Emmerich
next
first.
step, sleeping.
No. Emmerich first. You can. Okay.
Let's.
Come on.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's.
Sorry.
In this part, since we are all talking and so-called an inquisition to say, let's start with Emmerich, and then I'll
Yes.
tell my stuff.
Yes, you will.
Sounds good,
Yes.
Leo.
And don't kill me, okay?
Why would I?
No.
Yeah, just throw it out there.
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
worry,
Leo,
I'm
have you
here.
seen how I dealt with Irius Ghost? Don't worry, I got your back.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
told
that's
like a
good.
shit-eating
after
grin.
this, you guys need to tell me what the fuck happened inside the portal. Okay, I'm really
That's a story for
curious.
another day.
Yeah, that's for tomorrow.
I don't even know this name, Emmerich. So you say it like it's supposed to have meaning.
Yeah, it's like the
Big meeting.
Stradanian is completely into Emmerich. Was completely into Emmerich, but actually,
But she seems to
he-
be into a lot of people.
well, like different level, like not like just having fun, but like very deeply romantically cares about them.
Yes.
And unfortunately, though,
Okay.
Emmerich wanted to marry the sister of Sodania. And then, in being under the influence of another entity that we can get into another time, she probably, well, she killed her sister at the wedding
Yes.
because she
Sodania
wanted to get
has
together
sister?
with Emmerich.
Oh.
And
Okay.
Emmerich couldn't take all that stuff, and he killed himself by flying into the sun.
Yep.
But I don't know if it's the curse that were put on Stradania or the will of Emmerich, but his soul didn't quite pass on. Maybe it was the mist that come in, and it found me. And I am Emmerich also in a way, but having a different life and not being a vampire.
Oh, and just to add, the reason why it's so prevalent is that that is the event that kickstarted this whole thing. The curse, the mist, all that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
To reiterate, Sudania had a sister.
Mm-hmm.
She was in love with somebody called Emmerich.
Mm-hmm.
Emmerich chose
Deep
the
in love.
sister.
Extremely deep in love.
Wedding was had.
Mm-hmm.
Sudania killed her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Emmerich killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
The myths began.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you
And
got it.
450 or so years later,
Yep.
the whole soul, not a fragment, the whole soul,
Well, we're not sure if the whole soul.
a
because-
majority of a soul,
Yes.
reincarnated randomly into a noble of the Protectorate.
Well, we don't know
don't
how
know
the
how.
reincarnation happened, but essentially that's. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's mostly like my blood tastes the same. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
and-
same genetics of some sort, some direction. I look pretty similar to him also.
and you
Kind
have
of.
those
Well- That's
crazy
surprising.
visions,
Um,
right?
Yes, though I will say, this is GM speaking. Rassius flesh column
Yeah.
was a copy of Emmerich, and that copy of Emmerich looked exactly like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
they look exactly the same. Not
Yeah, like it's
similar.
I think I'm a little bit handsomer than him.
Okay,
Definitely. I mean, pretty like equal, you know.
So are you saying that you are more handsome than Emmerich, which is you?
Yeah.
Like how high do your ego
How,
have to be?
how egoistic
I feel
must
like if I look
someone
myself in the
be?
mirror, I look better than if I look at him as a painting or a person.
Wait, so you've had 1,000-year-old, like, Empress tyrannical crazy motherfucker of a vampire.
Very
she's-
strong.
She's
Very,
after
very-
you? Within the myths?
I mean, kind of fits. I mean, like Emmerich was kind of a good guy vampire, I think.
Why do I feel
Looks
like
like
I'm
it so far,
in
based
a
on
bad
what we know
romance
about.
novel right now?
Okay, and had Leo not found out about the fact that Emmerich was not engaged to Shadania, but assistant instead, perhaps we would not see half-elf Leo anymore. I'll just point that out.
Oh,
I think I was very fair about everything.
and I thought
mean-
I was the strangest of the bunch.
This group of characters is indeed wild. Very different.
Right. I can see how this can be an advantage. But if she loses her patience, I've studied vampires and fought against them for well 2 decades now. In the service of the Protectorate, sometimes on the front line. Well, neither here nor there. From what we understand, and they do guard their knowledge quite jealously, when a lesser vampire has been born, they are mostly bound to the will of the true vampire that spawned them. You will not be in control of yourself completely if she does turn you into a vampire. Until, through a method we do not know yet, she would turn you into a true vampire. So, what I'm trying to explain is it would be very bad if that happened. But then again, maybe.
I mean, I feel like she kind of would want me to have free will. I mean, so far she hasn't tried to charm me in any form. So,
Which is very surprising, yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I
I
think,
mean, it's not like it's very different from like her wanting an entourage and her, being in love with someone. Like, if charming them is like kind of the opposite of actually like having no show
honestly,
affection.
Do you?
Leo, I must say that the Countess, it sounds like she's struggling between two thoughts,
And she still has that voice in her head.
well,
Either way, yeah, I agree. Becoming a vampire wasn't really my plan. Like, they don't seem that great so far, I have to say.
yeah, they're
So,
asshole.
I mean, records of the Che Empire that the Copperbeard used to serve in and around capital Witnosov. I mean, it was, in comparison to what we experienced during the Zarovich takeover, and the civil war that was spawned after the disappearance of Stradania, which is now a bit explained, there were more benevolent vampires and less benevolent vampires.
yeah, I guess also, like, my father wouldn't be that happy about it. Like, even though I would be, like, at the head of, like, a giant empire, it kind of, like, isn't the right empire, in a way,
I see. I mean, but I'm just putting it out there. If you did become, if you could somehow discover this mechanism of going from the feral, duty-bound kind of vampire to the proper one, if you can somehow make that happen, they are
Really?
terrifying.
Yeah, I was thinking about going like a werewolf vampire kind of route.
Yeah. Though I think that would just
Because I think like they cancel each
Conflict.
other out, you know?
yeah.
It would be like perfect, like the anger on both sides, like the evil would just cancel out and you have just no evil, like minus and minus give plus, you know?
Wait, hold on.
And I was like talking to like these werewolves and they were like,
Curious. Have you ever met a vampire werewolf? Generally asking.
No?
Can werewolf be turned into vampires and vice versa?
I think we need to ask Rickton. The scroll bows took care of a group of werewolves infesting a northern island some years ago.
Was I there for that?
Huh. No, I think it was before your time. That-
Can I make like a check to see that
Sure.
I haven't read it?
Intelligence check.
maybe Rickson told you.
Yeah, maybe. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
19.
Oh. That's
Well-
basically where your like Rickton taught you about lycanthropy, right? And described it as like a mad disease that gets triggered
Yeah.
depending upon the phases of the moon, and all the curse left behind, the old moon goddess that doesn't exist anymore. And how they removed an infestation of the hounds of Torment in the
Yep.
northern island of the archipelago Carnas, and there weren't really any vampires there. It was like very remote. And so he has never really talked to you about the intersection between the two conditions because it never came
Wait.
into play.
But what was they called? The Red Fang, right? The Order of the Fang, Red Fang. The way that they turn other people into werewolf are not lycanthropy, right?
No, that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you
I
were
remem-
so surprised,
Yeah.
because they are more in control of their form, being able to turn it well, and they claim that it's not like a disease. It's something.
It's a sacred ritual or some shit.
Yes.
You know what, Leo? Under normal circumstances, I would have said I will stake you and burn you alive, but for the sake of science and learning, perhaps you should try. There's merit in that.
Yeah, I just think like they hate each other, so they like never actually try to combine their power.
Okay, but would you turn into a werewolf first and then vampire? Or
I was thinking
vampire?
I was turning into a werebat, and then I could fight as a
But
werebat, you know?
Isn't the process of turning into a werewolf like painful already?
Okay,
Like with the urges and those things that
I don't really
told
know.
us?
Also, I think if you turn into a werewolf first, the countess might massacre the entire order of the Red Fang. You know, she might
Oh,
get,
you mean in order
Yeah.
which I take first? I see.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
well,
if he turns into a vampire, then the Red Fang wouldn't do anything because they don't want to angry Stradania.
Yeah, I don't think there's an option for you here.
I think I can be pretty persuasive, you know?
Wait, Leo, hear me out, right? What if you turn into a vampire, right? Somebody else turn into a werewolf, and then we bite like, I don't know, soul or some shit. What?
Both at the same time.
Yeah. Like one
What
on
do
the
you
left, one on the right.
Wait, what?
Or the-
Esteros just like goes closer to Eros and now you know what I have to deal with every day.
Wait,
No, this is actually a very interesting thought. All right, this is
Elaborate.
I
making my learning gears turn, not my violence gears turn.
I read as a youngster when I was a young teenager something called the Underworld books. And I feel transported in a very bad way.
Actually, not. You talked about like you have control if you make someone else a vampire. You could have just keep making people vampire and they just all like follow mostly what I say.
Yes, from what we understand, the first kind of stage of becoming a vampire, it's you become somehow bound to the one who created you, and well,
Yeah, I guess the problem is it's not irreversible, right?
from what we understand. But the Argent purifiers are hard at work of trying to figure that one out.
Yes, that's the reason why I did what I did to Duro, because well, there's not really a cure for vampire spawn, or at least not yet.
Yeah, okay, then scrap that idea. It sounds funny in my head, but probably not funny in reality. Anyway, I think we've done quite some talking.
I feel more exhausted than a moment ago. Wow,
Yeah.
we've gone through.
Well,
quite a
there's
lot.
more there to talk. Well, I think you got the gist. We don't need to get into details.
Over time.
I would just say, like, I think I can be pretty good at, you know, having her be patient. So, I think we got enough time until we, like, actually do something evil towards her, like, in her perspective.
All right,
Well-
times to choose what on the list that we should update areas with, because that's only 1/10 of what we have found.
Yeah, well, maybe we're done for today. For tonight.
Wait, hold on. Daphne pull out a notes compilation. I was preparing this for Rickton. I gave him a copy, but so here you go, Arius.
Yeah, but don't tell Rickton that you definitely you removed my part, right? I remember that.
Yeah,
Because
I removed
because
yeah.
obviously he would instantly murder me completely.
Yeah. I did not tell.
And also,
Oh.
if you are now really curious, I know that I can trust you with this, and
Yeah, don't kill me.
it's a little bit messy at the moment. I didn't take the time to make it proper ordering, but here you go, and gives her notebook.
So Daphne notes and Starek notes.
Yeah, that's
Irius-
wombo combo there.
It's a lot to sink in. let me tell you.
Irius starts flipping a few pages, and immediately his eyes like starts to read, and they lit up again, and he just gives you like one finger in there, like 1 second, and he kind of like turns around and immediately starts like devouring. He's
How detailed are your notes, Starix?
Mine are actually very detailed.
yeah, I think.
Hmm.
Okay, so basically, Arius has some food that he could chew on for the entire night, I guess.
Yeah, he's not
Prim-
listening
pri-
anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just know that
the-
Starix has like a vivid imagination when it comes to certain stuff, you know.
Oh no!
Don't take everything seriously that you're reading.
No, when it comes to notes, I actually I think Iroh's knows the Starbucks notes are just what is written there is actually 100% true and nothing is different.
Yeah. Daphne notes it's also detailed, but not in the terms of like scholar detailed, but it's also like is generalized detail. Like she doesn't miss any event, but only give like a sentence or two that summarize the entire event.
Okay.
Right. So important question. Do you know where that horde was heading? Was it to Crest or was it to somewhere
No,
else?
Well, we know it's
not
not
at
to
all.
Kresk since it is east
Yeah,
of
Going
here.
east, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
True.
think.
more like to look towards Wallaki. I mean, they
I
came
feel
from Wallaki.
like. I
Yeah,
mean,
they can.
it's really. I'm really curious. Like, I wonder why it's up here in the first place. That's why I have to come back because I thought it will come to you. They're waiting for you.
Well, I was wondering since we were inside the magic mansion. I mean, maybe Irius knows. Like, maybe they couldn't track me anymore for like a time, which was like worrying to them. So they like sent like an army to like the last location where like my tracker went off. And then my tracker reappeared, and they were like, "Oh, well, Rob, oh, we can go."
Right.
Huh.
Maybe
Maybe.
something along those
But
lines. I
but
don't know.
don't they move really slow though?
I mean, I don't know how fast they run in a pinch. Or maybe they were like close by to me in some
Or
form.
they use one of those teleportation circle. That's
Could be.
That's possible also.
right.
But now that
Yeah. So, important question next. What's next on our checklist now that we have
well, going back to the
Fir-
vineyard. I mean, going back to the
Um,
vineyard, right?
I think first we need to know what we actually do with Ireos. I think it'd be the first thing we
I
should take in this.
I think having Arias to the temple or fighting the hag would be a big boon to us. I think that with our allies right now, we can take on a hag or two. But asking the yeah, going to the vineyard would be more beneficial.
He wants to be with you, Starix.
That is what I guess. So,
Wait.
but I
I mean,
don't
I think we
know
can make
if
that work.
Wait,
I-
does he know what's the
I-
spell?
The only thing is, I'm very worried that we are at all times being trapped.
Yeah, and he's gonna be at all
Um,
times in a cloak.
Yeah, I mean we have plenty of. Yeah,
I mean, I
And
was walking around with Nyanka for a whole while.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of
Is-
Nyanka, I
is-
want to go back to Crest and check on them. And
Yeah, well,
I,
tomorrow we
I,
can do
I,
that.
I think first we need to go back to Kresk and stock
Yeah, yeah.
up on supplies.
also,
Sure.
I think it's good for me to tell you this. And I'm just gonna tell them my encounter with the ghost, and try to repeat the poem, maybe verbatim.
You do have training to repeat these kind of things. Like it's easier for you to remember words in artistic form. You know, make me
Yeah.
an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. Intelligence with advantage. Wait, I just do it that
Roll again.
twice.
Yeah, roll again.
Even fucking better.
Hey, let's go.
You were a little bit rattled by, a ghost, a spirit.
Yeah.
So you're able to recount the gist of what you said, but you can't retell verbatim what you said.
Okay, so I just still in the process it, but I think I need to visit the pond,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and I think need to drink from it.
So you saw like a spirit like have like an actual form, right?
Yeah, and I
then
think it's one of the ghosts from the abbey.
Oh, okay, and then told you to like help her be free, or like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mm.
And that entails like dealing with Razius?
You think so? Because I think the
Mhm.
gist of it is that I have to defeat or remove him.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not saying
Mhm.
killing. Okay, I look at Daphne. I was like, I'm
Well,
not saying
he's
killing.
gone mad by like the Demon King.
It's
I
like
mean, like
I think it's like
Demon Prince.
I feel like this is a chance to tell me, or fate telling me, that I think there's no point trying to save the person or Abby because he's far from saving.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
Here's the thing. I'm not
Mhm.
mad. I'm concerned because
Mhm.
I know how he's a celestial.
Mhm.
So essentially, he's like a, I would say, I don't know, on par with like a dragon.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's we
Well,
came
he's
from the we came from the sky.
That's
You know,
yeah. That's kind of wild.
like how
Yes.
much powerful than like a Night Sister is he?
I feel like Razius is more powerful than a Night Sister, but less powerful than the Countess. That's for sure.
Yeah, he said we can take like 2 Night Sisters without Arias, so like we have Arias with us.
Mm. And that's one thing. The other thing, I mean, of course, he's essentially my father, not even my father figure. Because
Okay, and that makes it complicated.
we were
Yeah.
raised. Yeah, I was
I
raised
mean,
by him.
if according to the ghosts, if are gonna drink from the pond, might receive her gift. So hopefully, from me drinking might be an answer that will hopefully not, you know, complicate things with your father.
And the last time okay, he told me that if there's hope in fighting the Countess, he would, like, essentially I have to convince him that there is still hope.
Hmm.
Well, maybe that's something that Soul can find. Let's not,
Yeah.
yeah, let's not write it down yet. It might be a bit too quick for there.
But there's one thing that can't be denied. He's just merging souls, which is
He has gone.
unnatural.
I'm
Yeah.
not denying that he has gone mad,
Yeah.
but if we give, no offense, but we gave Urias a chance, why couldn't we give him or Rickton?
In that,
Yeah.
I agree, and
I mean, unfortunately, we probably won't be sent into a magic mansion where we can battle his past, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to figure out, but certainly not impossible.
Yeah, I mean, whatever in that temple
Yeah, I mean, you saw
corrupted
it.
him, I
He had
guess.
like black ichor on him, right? He was like infected.
His wing.
Yeah, his wings were infected. We
I
would need to
think
find
that
something to remove that.
the advantage that we have over our, you know, mentor predecessor is that I feel like we took this thing way more serious than they did. No offense. I mean, he told me he thought that he's a celestial. He's powerful. These creatures are no match for him, but he was proven wrong.
and now he fell into a despair.
Yeah, I think. I mean, first of all, they're all pretty powerful. You know, we are pretty cool and all that, but we might have actually met people that are more powerful. So we're a bit more humble. Obviously, I'm more humble. Um,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
also you have to be fair. Like he probably could have killed like any sort of vampire. Also, that
oh yeah,
counts. But it's not just a vampire. It's a vampire with um a demon prince inside or in contact
That's
Oh.
with
true.
with
or
like a super
buffing.
powerful sword.
Yeah.
So like,
That's very true.
so I understand him being like, "Oh, it's a vampire." I mean, like, what? How powerful can that be? And then realizing, "Oh shit, there's like actually like something more going on," and then trying to deal with that and failing.
Well, that would I feel well. A demon prince that's really on par with at least like a god or demigod.
Yeah,
Yeah, and apparently I'm somehow related to that. I'm pointing at my thing.
that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, and I definitely gonna kill you if that thing corrupted you. You know that, right?
I mean, I prefer not to, but maybe I don't have my consciousness,
We'll give you
and
as much chance
you
as we'll
know,
give Brazius, okay?
yeah.
So just watch and learn,
yeah.
you know?
I mean, I'm not comfortable, like, but
I mean,
setting
all of us,
every
all of us doesn't want to make these hard decisions.
I know, but setting everything aside, uh, if we ever decide that we're gonna do it, I will not hold back. All right. So I'm just
Yeah, I
coming to you
think.
guys completely transparent about what I want to do.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
think if there's a way to rid him from the infestation of this demon prince, then I'm on board of helping. But reality is, even if we were to convince him to help us, with this infection still on, he is very dangerous if we have him at our back and not our front. You know? I don't think I feel safe having him help us if he's still infected. Even if he is super powerful and probably has the ability to stay mostly under his control, he has shown ticks of helping this
he has
entity.
the power but not the will.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I'm
No,
not sure if the full power of a demigod can beat another full power of a demigod.
I mean the point that you make is completely fair. I admit that.
I think we can help him and save him, maybe. I'm not putting it off the table. I'm just saying, like, if we don't find a solution, I don't think getting him his hope back is gonna be safe for us.
I think that okay, my idea on how we can get his hope back is to well know what the fuck that the thing is in the temple, you know, like everybody keep talking it up like this whole evil thing that apparently should not be touched or whatever, but
The
you know,
I
we,
mean, I
we still don't know
understand.
what that is.
Yeah, well, yes. But I'm saying if we can't get rid of the infestation that is on him, he's
Yeah,
constantly a threat.
oh no, he is he straight out said that if we, or I mean, if if you or me, if I got corrupted, he will kill me himself.
Yeah, and if I do anything that's not making the Countess happy, he's gonna kill me and replace me by a fucking copy.
Do we even know where that corruption is coming from?
I think he visited temple, right? Did he say that? Didn't he say that?
He visited the temple, yes.
He tried to figure out what's going on, visit the
Do-
temple, and then
Wait, do we know what temple we're talking about?
Yeah, it's
Temple of Father Knight.
Temple of Father Knight.
yeah, in the mountain.
The one the elf is.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, Casimira.
yeah, Casimira.
We also, we still need to go and do that, right?
Well,
But,
that seems like, I mean, if Razius went in there and literally got turned into a madman that is now creating the recreation of Emmerich, I don't think we're ready for that yet.
I know, but
Okay.
Eventually,
we will
yes.
go there eventually.
Eventually,
Yeah.
we have to go there for one of the cards.
And also, if we want to, well, that's the thing. Know your enemies. That temple is literally the source of power of the Countess, or at least a very major
Yeah.
part of it.
The non-vampire part.
There's something in there.
Yeah, she massacred the entire Order of the Silver Dragon just to go in there.
Yeah. Well, I think this is still in the future. I think we'll figure out if Sol gets any idea on helping Razius, and we'll take it from there, right? I mean,
Yeah.
My
you give me some-
idea. Okay. My idea is, if we decided that Razius is a threat that we do not want to take, I would suggest bringing both Esmeralda and Richten with us.
I think I agree on that one. I agree. I mean, we have ourselves some strong allies, and we could definitely hold ourselves better than our predecessors. So
Yeah, and I feel like Arias and Richten can trade notes.
that's true. I mean, so you would suggest that after the vineyard, we go to Esmeralda?
After the vineyard.
After the vineyard first, we need
well,
to know.
yes, that's
I will say the vineyard. We decide what our next move is because the
Yeah.
vineyard will tell us. More
And also-
stuff to know.
You have to go to the pool, right?
exactly. I
So-
was about to say, like, there's
Exactly.
still like.
Oh
let's
no!
get
I mean,
the
I know,
other
but
evidence. Let's get, like,
I
yeah.
mean, after
Okay.
like Kresk, then we go to the vineyard, then we go to Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we might have to deal with some other things on the way. But I mean, we can't play
Yeah,
that far in ahead.
True.
We also have to.
Also, the drag.
Yeah. We have to do that, I think. Well, let's go Crest, Vineyard
I think we should do that
before the dragon.
before the temple.
Yeah.
That's the second to
of
last
course.
Oh,
one.
of course. And
Yeah.
we also need to do that to get rid of the ring as well.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of the cards, had the cards, changed some way? Were you guys in there?
Didn't notice.
Well,
Wow.
let's so the hooded
Cards.
No,
What?
no, let's not start this conversation. I'm really tired, guys.
I think
Perhaps you could help me explain these three cards that have been with me.
There's
Oh.
a note in there, by the way. Like
Yeah.
over here, you can see. Like at Harvey point to the where the note is that she wrote down the reading from Madame Eva.
You have cards yourself, Arius.
Do you?
Wait, do you receive them from Madame Eva?
So it is the same cards that you're speaking
it?
of.
Well, there are 3 cards for your own
Yes.
past, present, and future, I think.
Yeah, and there's 3 vestige. Do you
Well,
receive any vestige
I
cards?
don't think he had that. I think he only has his own story.
They're
Right.
supposed to symbolize that. Like.
I mean,
he
maybe you're different. That's
pulls
just
in a
based-
hand into like a hidden compartment in his trousers, and then he pulls out 3 pristine black cards. Where the first one is the horseman, the second is the donjon, and the third a myrmidon.
what's
A
the third?
Myrmidon? I have the same one, and I'll just put.
I also got the dungeon.
She just thrust it into my hand.
Didn't give you a reading?
Which, well, she hastily told me that the horseman of death will visit you, but not take you for some time. And you will be trapped within yourself until a second chance appears.
Well,
Well, the
I
second
mean,
chance is now.
yeah.
And the third one?
I think that's the third one. The second chance is the third.
No, the third one is the Myrmidon,
Yeah.
which talks about falling as a hero.
Yeah.
No. It's not what
Oh my god.
she told. So,
It says
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
You
different.
fall in
It's
grace.
it's different. It's a different
yeah,
reading.
one is a different reading. Soul got
Yeah,
one.
yeah, but
and
the cards, like, obviously it's gonna be different somewhat, but like the cards have a meaning that then like gets
Oh.
transferred to the person. So like
Yeah.
it might be in a similar realm.
Yeah.
of the card.
I believe that's what Iris got. Like he fell from grace. Basically, he lost his mind, right? And you guys came in to give him a second chance.
That's fine.
I feel like I'm starting to see what traitor means.
Okay.
One of my
Would you
cards.
elaborate that?
so wait, these cards do have importance.
For now, knowing that yours actually came true, I think even more now that these are actually
Wait, you're right. They
True.
did. I mean, we were not allowed to see Madame Eva when we came visiting to stay at pool. And then suddenly she appeared from behind like a tent and just gave me these words and thrusted the cards into my hand.
Oh, she's dead, by the way.
Oh yeah, turn into a big
Oh,
monster.
yes.
Of course she is. Nothing can surprise me but this. But by that time, my faith in the Vistani had whittled away to nothing because I just received word from my group that they had found one of the wagons parked deep into the woods filled with people.
Well, that sounds about right.
And you see why I denied their calling.
I hope you did. I'm
Well,
glad you did.
what about any of your cards?
have you found the meaning yet? And definitely look at the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Some
Leo
of
one
them.
is.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, and I think we know all the three vestiges are.
I mean, the road,
Yeah, the
the
road
rest
we
of
have.
Navens. I believe we found that, correct?
Yeah, we
And
found that.
also the paladin being Archambost.
Yeah,
Yes.
And also the hooded one that I think is the altar.
Yes,
Yeah.
the altar of Father Night, which is
The
that
Temple of Father Night,
the temple.
potentially, probably.
yeah. Well,
Wonder what we're gonna find there.
just saying that if we acquire that sword, it should go to you, Leo. That sounds fitting. That
Yeah, that's true.
Emmerich was the one who gave them the sword, and now it returns to your hand.
Well, that's still in the future.
Yeah, of course.
It's like interesting sentiment.
For now, let's all get some rest and tomorrow we'll go back to Kresk and continue.
You can get behind.
Just before we go, Marios, any questions? I'm guessing
Yeah.
a lot of them, but any important one right now?
800, but you actually, like I taught you, very, very studious in these comments you've made. I think perhaps half of them will be answered by just reading the book.
One question, Arius. Do you down to fight an angel?
A celestial in Kasai is extremely rare. Of course I am.
Well, that's all I need to hear.
Okay.
Alright.
In that
Um,
case, let's go get some rest.
I can take first watch. Leo, you want first or last? I know you want to sleep in.
Yeah. I'll think I'll.
If you
Get
don't
lost.
mind, may I take first one tonight?
Yeah, then I'll go last.
Alright, I'll take second then.
I'll take middle, whatever. comes,
Third.
If Irius,
third.
After second
Third.
becomes the third.
if Irius wants to do third, sure.
I
Go
want to
for
stay
it.
up
Nah.
and read this for a little bit while, and then I think I need to sleep.
Okay,
Yeah,
then.
Arius can take the first watch with Star.
Okay, third then.
Fine with that.
Alright. Good night. Remember to keep the campfire going. Smaller log go first and yeah,
Yep.
try to keep them dry. Alright. Sleep tight.
Rest well.
You give each other some cordial words of sleep tight, see you all tomorrow. And with your head swimming with 100 different topics. Hopefully to be dispelled during a long and deep, long rest. To then in the morning carry on back to Kresk. And, well, at least do a check-in. And perhaps visit a pool. But before that, we are going to end tonight's episode of Curse of the Torment.
And we're back again.
gang is back.
The boys are banging.
The boys.